that you had. So you had 4
Okay. Well, you can still end up just going down to the bottom, building up again, then get a shit ton of cybernetics over and over and over.
The fuck is he on about?
With your empathy, he's just...
Roll.
Yeah, but 3 years? What the fuck are you on about?
Oh, this is going to be a 3-year
Okay.
jump in the clown game.
Oh, right. Fair enough.
I'm not saying that's what we should do. I'm just letting the GM know, that seems really powerful. I just want to make sure he wanted us to have that much power starting.
Yeah. I'm going to make you grovel in the dirt when we start that. Anyway.
Assuming
Sam,
Vance is going to live past session 0.
Sam, I'm hearing you breathe.
Oh, am I repaired?
There you go.
Ah, the old method of plugging it out and putting it back in. Alright.
Yay.
Okay.
So everyone, this is Sam. Sam, this is everyone.
Hey, Sam.
Hi, everybody.
Alright. You're breathing a little heavy into your mic, Sam.
Sorry, this is like the first time I've actually been able to use this PC headset, so it might take a bit of a learning curve. I apologize in advance.
Push to talk.
So, the only person we won't be having tonight is Doom. But, he's, it's Doom. He is... I'm going to miss him so much.
Meh.
Anyway.
I thought he was a player who left the game until our last game. I didn't realize he was still in the party.
No, he's still in the group.
No, I mean, during the clown game, I don't remember him ever being there.
Oh, he was. He was in for one episode, but that's
Yeah, I don't think that was
because he was on a Sunday and he
before
couldn't.
I showed up.
Either way. Right. So let me hop open my notes and then we'll begin.
Normally, I haven't used Roll20 for a while, so I might be a bit rusty on the dice rolls.
It's fine. What they've done now, Sam, is if you go onto your character sheet and you just click on, if you say, for example, had to roll, I don't know, let me just check skills, right? So say you had to roll, I don't know, personal grooming, right?
Alright, oddly specific, but okay.
Alright, fine. Fuck you. Right. So
I want to know, when would we ever use that skill ever?
When you want to make yourself look good. So, say you wanted to roll... Sam, I'm trying to show you something. Don't click on chat.
Well, I figured it out. I got it.
There you go.
Yeah.
Just roll shit. Cool. Alright. Okay, so we'll begin.
Right.
My notes. Sorry, notes. They are, as I've explained in the past, I really need to sort out my fucking note-keeping system.
Yes.
Right, okay. Also, just tell me quickly if this is too loud or...
Oh my god, it's too loud! No, that's fine.
Alright,
My eardrums aren't bleeding, so it's good for me. It's fine.
okay. So, our story begins opening up to a bleak grey sky over an unforeseen land. Just up the coast from LA lies a smaller city. It's just as filled with dreams, but these dreams are less likely to come true. So
Assholes.
So the camera pans through the streets as you see day-to-day people walking through, minding their own lives. Goes across the beaches, some golden and sandy, while others covered in glass and booster gangers. So our camera begins to pan up towards an office, and initially you don't see much. A small sign labelled Rebar and Galloways. The camera then moves in through the downstairs. It goes through a Chinese restaurant, sort of a buffet. You watch as people are eating their food. Goes through a back room and up some stairs. And in an office, small little office, is a really quite buff looking Caucasian male. He's got an interface plug jacked into the back of his neck, and he's sitting typing away at a keyboard, not looking at anything. The phone goes. He answers it. He's like, okay, we have an opening at 12. Okay, thank you very much. Puts the phone down, writes it down, and he shouts through. As the door opens, you see a very gruff-looking detective-type fellow. And he, after getting a little bit of information, he sighs, picks up his phone, phones up his closest detective working for him. So the phone goes, and this is you, Kaz.
Hello.
Hey, we need you in the office today.
You do? Oh, you're lucky it's a slow day.
Goddamn
Be there
right.
Be there in 20.
All right, no bother. He hangs up the phone.
I stuck my cigarette into the ashtray.
So we fast forward 20 minutes as Kez's cop arrives. He pushes through the front door, and the secretary gives him a nod. It's like, good to see you.
Yeah, good too.
Yeah. He's like, Galloway's in there. So you walk towards the door, open it, and like I said, the gruff, old-looking detective, he's pulls out a cigarette from his top pocket, and you light it, and he goes, love that scent. Strawberries. Keep smoking them. It's like, close the door behind you.
Yeah, I'll close the door behind me. So, anything important?
Same old, same old. Another 15-year-old missing.
They're always.
Yeah, well, parents think it's suspicious. They say it's not like their son to go missing. But either way. Fucking. This
Sorry,
city.
internet just cut out.
It's fine. He takes the drag, he's like, this fucking city, and he snubs the cigarette onto his desk and he goes, look, they're offering an alright pay for a few weeks' work. We might as well get it done. But I'd say call the team in on this one. So he, within a minute, he pulls out his, opens like a desk. And it's
Sorry,
filled.
cutting out.
Am I cutting out?
Okay, I found a thing to finish off my money. Does the extra layer of armor only influences reflex, right?
Yeah. Anyway.
Okay, good. Okay.
So he opens a drawer and he pulls out a box and he starts like dancing his fingers over files until he starts pulling out a few names and he chucks them onto the table and he goes, "These guys will do. I hear a couple of them are in City right now, so give them a call."
You sure I'm going to need these guys?
They're going to be useful.
Yeah. You said that about the last team.
Yeah, well, I was wrong about the last team.
Yeah. You're never the one dumping him into the river.
Yeah, well, we need the manpower. I mean, since Rebar went all fucking insane, it's just been us in here, and I can't handle down this workload, so you're going to need a team.
Fair enough. As long as I'm not the only one going to be shot at this time. I'm sick of being shot at.
So he spends another couple of minutes, and he phones up individually everyone's characters, getting contact, dragging you all into the office.
Hurrah! I actually paid for phone service.
So you watch as this ragtag group of people appear. It first starts with
Wait, where are we all appearing? Like, where are we all meeting up?
You're meeting up at the offices of
Oh, so the recording office, yeah.
Yeah. So you start off with a guy. He's dressed in a very peculiar outfit. He's got a sort of a duster on, some pants, all dyed a deep red. So he's a very noticeable cat when you see him. He walks in. Then he's followed by. I'm sorry, I'm having to open everyone's character sheets to describe what they're wearing.
Sorry.
Sorry, right, okay. So another man who walks in, he's wearing a Uniwear sort of armored duster, casual clothing underneath, and he walks in and gives a smile. Hey, what are you wearing, bub?
It's not actually a duster; it's a long coat.
Ah,
If
okay.
you
So you
think,
want
if you think typical noir detectives with the cheap suit, the long coat, the
okay.
really hat. But he's got a bandana underneath that hat.
So you walk in wears that, and then the door closes, and he's like, "I guess that's everyone." And then you hear a sort of tap at the door as a New Time reporter walks in, and this guy looks like a fucking Goliath. He's wearing a sort of a custom tailored Edge Runner suit, very sharp. He's got a fedora on, glasses, cigarette in mouth.
Is he a armored fedora?
It's a badass fedora. So he walks in, and then after a couple of seconds of looking at everyone, he goes, "Come." And through the door, you see a chimp walk in wearing the exact same suit, following on behind him. He looks a little cybered up. One of his eyes has got like a large metal sort of cover over, and his hands, specifically his sort of fingernails, are all sharp, metal looking. And you just hear this monkey chimp. Make like a monkey noise. What noise do chimps actually make? Is it like a
Terrifying screeching, like they're in pain,
Kill me! Kill me!
more or less. For things.
So everyone's just sort of staring at this chimp who's, like its master, has got a cigarette in its mouth. It's just looking.
Since I knocked on the door, do I have to say why I'm here since I'm kind of burst in?
I mean, pretty much, yeah.
But didn't he bring us all here?
Well, the other guy, you guys have all done jobs with him before. This man, he's new to the.
I've just literally arrived. I'm imposing myself in this situation because I'm covering your case.
Don't worry, I'm leaning against the wall. Not coolly.
I'll be the public face in this operation. People are gonna love you because I'm gonna make them love you.
Who the fuck are you?
I'm an action news reporter, and that's all you need to know at the current moment. And I'm covering this case because I feel there's something deeper going on, and you people are going to be my stars.
Who the fuck told you?
I have my sources and illegal drones, but mostly sources, and I'm here to investigate.
Am I there?
Oh yes, well you're there as well. Sorry.
Everyone, I'm currently reading.
So
something.
this is what I'm saying. Hey you, Mr. Reporter guy. If I ever see any of my picture on any of the screens, you will wake up without a torso. Do we understand each other?
Oh, I understand, big man. That's a good threat. You're on point, but believe me, I'm a master editor. I can make you look good. You can not appear.
I do not want to look good. You do not film me. I am no one.
Very well.
Destroy my career. Can you at least set it up so I can get a dog the bounty hunter business and pretend to do my job on TV?
Maybe I can make it look like that you have done your job completely while doing nothing. I will be fine. I'm going to be the head of this because I've covered wars, I've covered battles. I've never covered a detective agency.
Have you covered a zombie apocalypse in a small town American mall?
Hey, Redman.
Don't have to tell you that.
I don't know. By the way, I now decided my character is currently reading the novelization of Dead Rising.
I understand.
Dead Rising now doesn't exist. Right.
I just set myself down and just say I'm not leaving.
So, Fedora Man, you've got 10 seconds to explain to me who sent you before I throw your ass in a cell.
No one sent me. I'm self-employed, as it were. Well, I'm employed, but I'm the best.
You just hear from the other room. God damn it. Stryker, get your ass in here and take a seat. Everyone, I called him. I felt like this business is sinking. sinking badly. We're not getting enough money, not getting enough customers, and I need people to work for. So this guy will be doing our publication for the case. Is that okay?
I'm afraid you
Yeah.
need me, man.
Well, I'm glad to see. I look forward to our hopeful friendship. And I put my hand out like a handshake.
I shake it kindly too, but with a stern grip because I'm an asshole.
I made my point. If understood, I have no problem working.
I understand, big man. Don't worry. Your face will not be seen. You will be an invisible entity.
He smiles. You just see Stryker, and he opens up a drawer and he pulls out a gas mask and then chucks it towards you, War, and goes, "Here, wear this if you don't want to be seen on camera."
No, you do not understand. I do not
I can edit.
disguise. I do not change. I do not do nothing of this shit. You do not film me, and this is final.
He will film. He won't film you. Deal?
Good. Now we can
Alright.
work.
So, about 20 minutes later, everyone's sort of sitting twiddling their thumbs, and then you hear a.
Guys, I'm telling you, there was this crazy bitch I met at the bar last night. She had a fucking monocaine. I have no idea where she got it. She fucking cut my gun in half.
That's hilarious.
And then I took out my other gun, and then she cut that in half. And then I took out my holdout, and then she somehow cut that fucking in half. I just ran because it fucking apparently random bar hose and fucking Green Beret.
Hey,
Mr. Crime River, you got money, yes? Are you silent now? You got money, yes?
No, the bar. No, I was trying to pick up that girl with
I do not care about life story, son of a bitch. If you got money, you have no gun problem. No money, you got very big problem.
I have 10 euro bucks.
then he's got a money problem. So 10 minutes later, like I said, you hear a car pull up. All of you walk over to the window and have a look out, and you see a sort of a city car pull up, and out of the city car comes out sort of the driver's side. Out steps a man. He's in a sort of moderately okay looking suit. It's kind of wrinkled, and he looks a bit scared. Woman gets out of the car. She looks sort of equally as rattled. She's wearing sort of a nice-ish dress, and they proceed to walk through the building and up to the offices, and you hear a sort of at the door.
Can I make an awareness notice check to see if they're armed?
Yeah, on you go.
I indicate to my monkey to start recording.
You can see a very visible pistol poking out the man's jacket. Anyway.
Well, someone gonna let them in.
I say it's quieter than any one of these people can hear us. Worst comes to worst, I guess I can get my next I can get my replacement gun off of this guy.
Oh.
So there's a knock at the door, and you can see through the glass panel that the man and the woman are just sort of standing there patiently waiting for the door to be opened.
I'll let them in.
All right. So they walk in and they smile, and they look around the room and they look a little concerned for a minute, and then you hear shouting from the other room. You hear Galloway shout, "Come in, take a seat." And they oblige and they go into the room and take a seat. He then indicates over to Rolo.
Yep.
And he says, "You in as well." And then he indicates towards the reporter just to close the door.
I close it.
All right.
Oh no, we all know about all the spies we clearly have coming here. I'm sure that the KGB is this place's top priority.
You watch as he gives you a glaring stare.
I turn to him and I say, "Are you talking to me, Mr. Son of a bitch? What is this you say about KGB?" What is this you say? I go up to him aggressively. Are you talking to me, Mr. 10 euro bucks?
Oh shit.
And then I turn and say,
Yeah,
you shut your mouth. You shut your mouth. If you talk to me again, if you say KGB again, you are gonna lose both your kneecaps. Do you understand each other?
Okay, I
Good.
apologize. This is clearly the CIA's top priority for bugging. This is the most secret place to spy.
Look, both of you, stum.
This is gold
Oh,
television.
God damn it! I put a bunch of poison escape/dodge. I was hoping I get to use it there.
Who's the boss? What's his name?
The boss. His name's Galloway. HR Galloway.
And I said, yeah, Mr. Galloway, what is this? What way to run business is this?
I'm not a good way. Please, I've got customers. He sort of rubs his head. And he's like, fucking hell.
Very good. I respect you. You have my respect. You know, I will close my mouth. There's respect to you. Outside we deal with this.
Sam, if you check the handouts that I've put in where the character sheets names are, I'm going to put a new handout in there called Photo Book, and you can just add whatever you want to take a photo of into there.
Okay, cool. Is that into my character sheets or?
Oh no, so if you check where the characters are, so you can see like David Stryker and then Kez, War, all that.
Oh yeah.
There,
Yeah.
You will see now I've put a new one in there called Photo Book, hopefully.
Okay, cool. All right, I'll make sure I say what's in it.
Anyway. Oh yeah, and I've also added an interview notes book in there, so whatever you deem one of you should sort of scribe down any relevant information into it. So after the argument finishes, you see the couple looking sort of shiftily at the group, and then over to Galloway, and he's like, hi, we have the appointment with you guys? And then
There's no reason to be scared. We're not gonna bite you. And I give a grinning smile. Can I roll seduction?
yes, on you go.
Off to a wonderful start.
Woo! 19.
She looks at you, and then she's like, I'm
Film. I
married.
may as well catch something on film.
Why? She looks very unhappy. Try now.
So try now what?
Oh, Sam, I'm saying, I think I've fixed it.
Okay, cool.
Anyway. So she's like, she looks like directly around the room, and she's like, I know you. You're a detective. I remember seeing you on the news a couple of times.
That's right, madam. You did.
Are you running this, or?
Oh, I'm afraid no. I'm merely a pawn in the big game. Mr. Galloway here is the one who's you're meeting. I'm the man on the ground.
Galloway like shines a toothy grin. He's like, "Look, kid, I'm looking to retire at some point. I need someone to take over the business. You got this."
I roll humor perception. Figure out. Basically, these people, they seem suspicious, like they're trying to lure us into a trap, or this is a script they prepared.
Okay, so roll human perception. So Galloway's like, you take this case. I need someone to take over this business at some point. No, they seem genuinely honest. There's sort of an intent of sadness in their voice and fear.
Were we told about this job already?
Not yet. You just know you have a job.
These are the parents, I'm guessing.
The person who's 15 disappeared. Was that part of us or someone else?
No, that's not. Like you didn't cause a good person to disappear.
Okay, I'm sure Rick somehow was responsible considering the song you chose.
Are these the parents of the missing kid? Is it?
Yes.
Okay, I lean forward and hold the mother's hand, and I very apologetically, very very kindly say, I'm sorry for your loss, and I'd love to have an interview to talk about your grief and describe your child so we can get his face out there. Many people can find him as possible.
You see her smile, and she's like, "Thank you very much." She turns
Of course,
to
I'm
him,
here if you need me. And Edward is also here, and it pans to him, scratching his head and staring blankly.
So she's like, sorry, my name is Laura Barker, and this is my husband Jason. And the man sort of looking out the window, looks back at the group, is like, nods, and then turns his head back towards the window.
Sorry for your loss too, sir. And I sit back down.
He's like, well, our son Matthew, he went missing 3 days ago. We're worried sick. He used to contact us every day. See, he's up in.
What is cell phone technology like in this world?
Good. It's very good.
So basically modern-ish cell phones.
I mean, no, they're big bricks, but they work just as well as modern phones.
Oh. Okay.
It's 1980s in the 2000s, so she's like, he usually calls us at least once a day. He's currently up in the Cannon Ridge training facility, training to become one of the new corps of our era. But I'm just, we're worried. He's not a bad kid. I swear. You see her just sort of start breaking down, and tears start rolling down her face.
I'm going to come for her because I'm a detective and I'm a professional, for fuck's sake. Anyway. It's okay, madam. Have this
Professional
tea.
distant tap.
She's like, I'm sorry. I'm so worried about him.
It's okay, ma'am. Take your time. Take your time.
She sort of sits there for a minute and just deep breaths and gets a bit of composure. She's like, yeah. So he's up in the Cannon Ridge training facility up in the corporate district. He's getting really good grades, A's and B's as far as I know, and he isn't a bad kid. I can promise you this.
I believe you, ma'am. Do you have a photo of the boy?
What friends does he hang out with? We get in contact. Give us their contact information for their parents.
So she quickly pulls out, she nudges her husband, and he pulls out his wallet, and then pulls out a photograph and slides it across the table. And she goes, "Well, as friends, they're not really allowed outside of the facility. So they usually make friends with their bunkmates. And he was what member was it 43? And then the husband sort of pipes up and he goes 44, and she's like, yeah, he was part of the 44 fraternity in Cannon Ridge. That was his bunkmates group."
Okay. Did your son have a girlfriend or any other acquaintances?
Not really. The Cannon Ridge facility, they don't like relationships. It's not quite. It's frowned upon, you see, and
We've all been 15. That doesn't mean that they aren't going on.
she looks. She's like,
But honey, I'm not trying to belittle your son, but we need every possible source of information. Especially if the girlfriend was not allowed by the authorities. That means that there'd be a far more likely chance that she would have some knowledge of his whereabouts, if she exists.
she's like, you'd have to ask the bunkmates. I don't know anything about a girlfriend. The facility is all segregated, so all the boys in one side and all the girls in the other. It's very hard for them to get to each other.
Oh, what is this facility actually for training people to do?
It's training the new and up and coming corporates, so they're all becoming corporate. Either either hopefully they're becoming like new corporates or security for the corporations.
Has there been any unusual behaviour in your sons in the past few days?
She sort of shoots a look over at her husband, who's blank face, and she looks back and she's like, well, he can be a bit of a loudmouth, you see. And of lately, he's been telling me over the phone he's getting a growing interest to go abroad. Specifically Russia. He likes the idea of Russia. But,
Well, isn't that odd?
I say, yuck.
Can I roll history to see if there's anything currently going on in Russia?
well, it's nothing bad about
Our
that.
history.
The main problem between that is that currently, it's because he's training to be a corp, and all.
No, I picked up on that much. My question is more: has anything happened that would make someone interested in Russia? That start looking into it in modern day.
Not really. It's more the fact that. No, I'll explain later on. It's fine. She's like, they don't like that sort of talk over the facility. They're training corporates to join Arasaka, and maybe a few to join Lazarus and Biotech. But that's it. And his talks of Russia have made people start to think maybe he's,
A sleeper agent? What an angle! I mean, I'm terribly sorry. They should not spread those types of rumors.
They don't.
Well, especially, actual sleeper agents generally have to be adults due to the fact that the techniques in which you create sleeper agent make the individual mentally not very stable.
She's like, they don't like the Russian corporations, okay? So Sovoil, they don't like them. And if anyone talks about joining one of those, or even leaving to go to Russia, that's what their mind goes straight to. He's not a bad kid, he just runs his mouth, okay? She is. So, again, fully going down her face.
Can I use Interrogate to get a bit more out of her?
Yeah, on you go.
LA Noir style.
You're lying!
You're lying! Your kid isn't missing!
You don't have children.
Sometimes you gotta shake the tree to see what falls out.
Well, do you know what's funny about the LA Noir doubt button? It turns out that the doubt was
My husband's missing. Lying! You killed him!
Yeah, well, that's the thing. The doubt was
on.
initially supposed to be the
That's not right.
confirmed, like you're lying, right?
That's bad.
But so it turns out that because I changed it, they forgot to change the voice lines. So like it goes really intense for him, like you're fucking lying, bitch. Love it. So 23.
And,
she's like,
Yeah, 23.
Yeah, I know, I love that. And if I'm correct, Russia is state capitalist like it was during the USSR, so all its corporations are state-run.
yeah. She's like, you're like, so what'd you say to us then? So,
Loudmouth? Loudmouth in what way? Has he been in trouble for this before?
he does get good grades, but we got a few disciplinary letters back home. He liked to run.
I can tell your kid's clearly much smarter than average. I mean, most people wouldn't have the interest, ability, or gumption to be able to get materials that would put him in there, that would lead him down that line of interest within such a facility.
Well, I mean, he's a smart kid.
What'd you say?
She's like, well, he's a smart kid, so.
Is he ever allowed out?
No, they're strictly not allowed to leave the facility. They get locked up in their dorms from 10 p.m. till 7 a.m. and then they're up for their training day. And then they go through their day and then they get back to their room and then they're locked in the room. So.
Add this person GM, whoever's people running this, to my list of people I have to roll cool to not plan to do things to later that you know about, but no one else.
Okay, giggity. At this point, you just see sort of the guys, the the face of her husband just go bright red, and he just slams his fist on the table, making a loud bang, knocking over a pot that was holding some pencils and pens. He's like, I'm sick of that fucking school. I know for a fact it was his damn fraternity bunkmates and that little fuck that led them.
Oh, please do go on, sir.
She's like, this boy. He was young, and we only ever met him once when we had a Christmas do at our house. Him and his bunkmates were invited. He's young. He's kind of gangly. He was just the same age as our son. He's kind of Kurdish looking.
Kurt, explain.
Yes, Kurdish. Sam, as in,
You understand? This could be very important for the the news report. I need to understand.
the ethnic group Kurdish.
I know. I'm kidding.
What's this guy's name?
I don't know, maybe this guy's racist and he gave a bunch of other descriptions, like, he has just those characteristics about him. I don't know what the racist Kurdish stereotypes would be, but...
Do you have a name, sir?
He's like, it was a JD or JC or some little shitty name like that. He just went by that.
Would you be happy if we can retrieve your son, but depending on what's going on with this Russia business, we might have to do it off the book, specifically not the school knowing, if you'd like him to stay returned.
He's like, look, I don't care. You find my son alive, please. She's like, the woman sort of grabs her husband and sort of puts him back down in the seat to calm him down, and she's like, look, we know for a fact that you're not allowed to enter the facility without codes, but we have visitor access codes for the building. You can have them. You can go have a look. And she pulls out a note and starts scribbling on it, and then hands it to you. She's like, "It's the access codes."
Hands it to which one of us?
She just puts it on the table to anyone who wants it.
I'm
Also,
going to pick it up, take out my notebook, write down the codes, and then put it back on the table. If anyone else
Detective can carry it. No, don't mind.
Yeah. She's like, at this point, she looks over at her husband. She's like, now for a matter of payment, we're not a very wealthy family, so we can do. And she counts out how many of you there are, and she was like, "What's the ongoing rate again?" And Galloway sits up and he's like, cracks his back, and he goes, 300 per person per month. And she counts around the room, and obviously 1, 2, 3. She looks. She's like, so we can maybe do. 3,000 euro bucks for everyone.
Ma'am, I will allow you to I'll only be paid 200 if you give me the rights to be able to use everything you said in this meeting in my news.
She smiles at you and she's like, well,
because of course I need your permission to let the recording go on air. So if you give me permission, I will lower my 200.
We'll give you permission, but can you maybe blur our faces? The corporations don't like it when you go out of.
Yes,
line.
yes, of course. But the blurring, I'm afraid it'll have to be back up to 250 if you want blurred.
That's fine.
Good.
I mean, it's not much off the 600 you'd be getting anyway, so.
Good.
Smiles. So she's like, the first payment of 1,500 will come to you soon, and then next month we can get you the next side of the payment. Smiles.
Well, I'm in.
I would like to see if I can pick up if she's being conservative in her offer, or if that's really all she's got.
All right.
My character is very happy with this money. He now he just needs he wants the excuse to go after this. He's interested in this place now. This might just help that.
From what you can gather, it sounds like maybe you could get maybe an extra 100 out of it total, but it sounds like she's really pushing their.
Yeah, it's not worth it.
I mean, they don't look like very rich corporates. They're kind of sort of have a lot of money.
Before you leave, tell me about this school you've sent your son to.
Well, it's the world leading corporate. Well, say world. It's this state's. It's California's best corporate training facility, and we want our son to go and be the best, and we don't want them to end up. And then she sort of gives a quick side glance over towards sort of Red and a couple of the others. She's like, she doesn't want them to end up, and then, like I said, she glances, she looks back, she's like, we don't want them to end up in the combat district.
Understood.
She's like,
And
No one
it's
wants that,
complete
yeah.
lack of surprise.
I approach them and I say, good, this is good. Now perhaps you should go and calm down. Enjoy this time until we find your boy. There is nothing else for you to do
You're
here.
forgetting something here. So we need many different contact things in case what situation we discover about finding his boy when it comes to transportation. We don't know if we're gonna have to smuggle him out, do this illegally, or what type of things. We're gonna need multiple ways of contacts. Do you have any non-residential areas that you have that aren't in official books or friends that we can bring him to?
I mean, if you bring him to us, it's fine. It doesn't really matter as long as he's alive.
Well, obviously, if that's an option, we just go with that. These are for scenarios where that isn't a very good option.
I'm going to tap Red on the shoulder. No, just shut up now. No. Just no.
Hey, you remember the last job where we didn't prepare for this? That went swimmingly.
Like, she's like, what happened in the last job?
Nothing.
We were searching for a person, and then they end up being a convict. And long story short,
Okay, I interrupt you as I'm right
Getting this
next to them, and I have my hand on the back of the guy, and I just put my head down next to them, and I say, I wasn't there. I do not know what happened in last job, but this is my job. I'm on this job. You need not worry about anything.
She gives you like a brief nervous smile, and she's like, thank you.
And I go back to go back to the place I was saying. Now you go relax, drink couple wine. Do not think about this
Comfort
anymore.
gets scared.
We take care of it.
She smiles and she says, thank you so much. And then
can I roll gangs to see if I know of any gangs they would probably recruit from?
What do you roll? Roll gangs? Is that a roll?
Well, you can roll.
I have expertise in gangs.
Well, all right.
Oh, so like street smarts.
Yeah, add your gang roll to streetwise.
Can I quickly ask, do we have an address for the parents?
For the parents, no, but they gave you a phone number.
Okay, I'll take.
Wait, oh my! I like the fact that my character doesn't have any contact information. He's like, what's every other possible way we get in contact with you other than the logical one?
The logical one.
Phone?
Okay, like Alex's character, sorry, Red, take down the details, put it in my notebook. Also, their details, the phone number, so I can contact them later.
So yeah, they smile. They don't really want to give up their home address, so they're just happy enough to give you the phone number. But yeah,
That's fine.
I'll just quickly.
Somewhere if they need.
Can I make a persuasion roll in retrospect effectively to try to get them to give up the home address?
Yeah, not really. They're going to keep that tight to their chest no matter what. I mean, it's more of the fact that they don't, though they're happy to let you try and save their son, they're not wanting to give up the fact that where they live, it's not something that you really need to know. Okay.
I can probably find out anyway, don't worry about it.
So just quickly, if you guys look on this map that I've got up, it's just a bigger version of the smaller one that I've already put in your task manager. But that red X, that is where the Starlight Isles is. So it's in between Night City up north and then down towards the LA Metroplex.
Oh, okay.
So I wanted to do that before we continue. Anyway.
By any chance, is that corporate lady who I want to murder and I pissed off? Is she possibly part of this company that's specifically here that we're going after?
Well, here's the thing. This school trains for most of the main companies. Basically, the way it works is, imagine it's like what's the best way to describe this?
It's a boarding school filled with assholes.
Yeah, it's a boarding school filled with assholes who, at the very end, near graduation, they get hired. Like, they're basically bidded on by corporations to buy the new up and comers. So the higher level classmen will get hired by the bigger companies. Smaller level guys will get hired by the smaller companies.
The society terrifies me in many ways.
It should. You'll have fun whenever you get to the next game.
Oh.
Don't worry, yeah. No, now imagine seeing cyborgs. Like, I guess I'm gonna overthrow them all of them. Oh, fighting God.
Oh, you know what? That's interesting. Never mind. I wanna see that shit.
Oh
So,
yeah, we're not joking there. But back to this game.
Yeah. So they smile and they walk out the door. They don't turn around now because they don't need you anymore. I'm sorry. So they walk out onto the street and they get into their car and you hear it start up and go off. What's your plan now?
I look at Galloway. Are they good for it?
They're good for it. They're missing their son. It's not like they'd say anything, and they're trusting a group of strangers for their son. I reckon they'll pay for it. Pay it. If they don't, he points over towards the reporter and he's like, he just hands his name over to the corporation that they work for, and voila, no more jobs.
Yeah, don't worry. They're blackmailed, but they don't know it yet. But believe me, I got some good recordings of them there, and since I've gotten their permission to use them, I'm going to add up one hell of a starter story. You're all gonna love it.
Depending on if this goes in some unlikely directions, and he somehow if there's some Russian infiltrator, sure, he would love that footage. It'd make great propaganda for them.
Oh, listen to me. I deal in all types of propaganda, but that's not what we're focusing on right now. I start spacing out and begin editing the footage.
Yeah, that's retarded. Anyway, I'm gonna light up a cigarette with us. Well, we've got a lead. Day's still early. I'm gonna go.
Right. So Galloway pulls out the keys and he throws them on the table. He's like, "Take the van. It'll fit all of you."
Oh,
So
okay.
you know those like special cars people have for like people in wheelchairs that can't use their legs?
Yeah.
That's what I learned to drive. I barely understand how to use a normal fucking car.
Oh,
If anyone needs help, I have one point to drive it because of that.
you don't get to drive.
So who's got drive?
I don't. I'm driving.
Oh wait, I don't have driving either. You might have to drive.
Kez.
So no one's got drive at all?
I don't have drive. I should have picked drive.
So he looks at you, he puts his head down and sighs and goes, "I'll fucking drive." And you watch as he stands up and he, just before he stands up, he reaches his hand over and grabs a cane and he pushes himself up and he starts walking towards the door. He's like, "Hurry up." And then he walks out into the garage, starts up the van.
I just get in, nice and orderly.
Okay. So he makes his drive and he sort of peels out of the garage with everyone inside and starts driving towards the corporate district. And as you get over to the checkpoint, heading between the corporate zone. Like you get to the first sort of corporate checkpoint, and they sort of, as you hand over the codes, they wave you through. You drive up to the school.
Okay, I make awareness notice to see if I can spot a way that we could possibly, if we need to get here sneakily without them knowing we're here in the future, sneak through this area, possibly through athletics.
I mean, the problem is that what you're looking at is as you're going through the city. Imagine like big walls. They're very sort of big walls, electrified fences, turrets. It's because it's a corporate zone, and the corps really like their safety. So it's very hard to get through without going through the checkpoints.
Well, yeah, that's how, Can I fucking? I'm sure this Russian kid could this Russian lucky kid could explain that a lot.
Yeah. Either way. So you pull up to the high the boarding school, and as you go through the gate, a guard stops you and he goes, "Mandatory vehicle check. Pull over to the left." And the vehicle stops in the parking lot, and the guy gets out of the car, and you see Galloway. He's very struggling to stand up, and he sits back in the seat and goes, "It's all right. I'll stay here. You do the checks on me here. I can't right now." And you watch. He's very sort of out of breath, in pain.
Don't worry about it, sir. I'll take care of this.
So you watch as the two guards smile at everyone and go, "Please follow me into the building." And he indicates towards like a small, like a sort of, I wouldn't say hut, but it's a one-story flat roof building. And as you go in, he asks you to swipe your IDs into a like a card reader. So,
All right.
Fair enough.
Everyone willing to?
Yeah. No bother to me.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm not gonna. I'm just gonna flash my badge.
Huh?
But I understand you're a cop. Please swipe your SIM card through there. It's mandatory.
Fair enough. I swipe.
Right. So everyone's card goes through. It brings up your name and all your information onto the system, and he leads you into like, imagine like a corridor. It's like a giant metal sort of scanner, but as you're walking through, you hear like a beam just go zoom, zoom, zoom as you're walking through, and as you get towards the end, a light keeps flickering between red and green at the end, and then bing, stops at green and lets everyone through.
The fuck was that?
Illegal cyberware checking. None of you currently have any hidden cyberware.
Not at the moment.
Real fast question. Does that thing I woke up with count?
Not really, because you've got a corporate label on your
Dildos
on
are
neck, so it's
illegal
technically not
cyberware.
legal.
Coolio.
It's documented.
And you said my feet are illegal through technicalities.
Yeah,
Odd sentence.
not quite.
Dildos
legal,
aren't illegal cyberware.
yeah, you've paid for them legally, so as long as you haven't paid for them illegally, you're fine.
Oh, sweet.
It's a branding type. It's not the fact. If you were to buy a Covert Cyberlegs level 1 are fine. Covert Cyberlegs Advanced are illegal because of the kick damage that they do. They've got like a hidden monomolecular blade in the foot. So when you kick, they do a lot of damage. Hence why they can technically hidden weapons, and that's why they're illegal. Either way, they lead.
Show my feet, my robotic feet.
Okay. No, they've already scanned you. You're golden. So they lead you into like a big. Yeah, they lead you into a big white room, and they sit you all down for a good 5 minutes before a man in a very nice blue suit walks in. He's wearing a white shirt with like a burgundy tie. He's got these sort of cyberware glasses built into the side of his head. And as he walks in, they suck back in. And he sees you, he gives you a toothy grin. He's like, "Well, hello everyone. Welcome to our facility. Now, I have to ask, what are you doing here?"
They're a documentary crew of mine. We're here to do a documentary on the facility. I lie.
Roll me a persuasion.
Roger that.
I'll back him up. Yeah. Can he have a bonus if I back him up on this lie after I notice he starts?
I mean, it wouldn't really. I mean, you can try, but
I'm gonna put my hand into my face.
Persuasion.
it should be ticked. It should be under empathy skills, Sam. So if you go onto while you're on the skill page, it's on the left-hand side. Sorry, wrong one. Right, yeah, left-hand side. Go down under special abilities. It's empathy, and then it's on that list. You should see him. See him?
Persuasion
and fast talk.
Yeah, you can just click it if you want.
Yeah, I'll click it. It's fine.
Take me a while to find it. New sheets and all that. Definitely.
So he's like, he smiles at you and he's like, "No, I believe you. You are definitely a." Smiles. He's like, "You're definitely media, but
I try to be.
Your friends over there."
Yeah, my documentary crew.
He showed us his badge. This guy, he points over towards Red. He's like, "This guy looks far. What are you?"
Come on, man. Look, there's dangerous people around here.
I go near to the guy.
Hey, every documentary needs a good hand.
And I just say, I put my hand on his shoulder, and I just say, "My friend, this is dangerous places we go and film.
And we all need
The Mr. Media, you're." I just smile with my teeth grinding.
Terrifying.
Like grinding.
But the rest of us, I mean, can't you see us being like part of an episodic series of documentaries?
I approach him and I punch him.
Dodge!
Right, roll me whatever you got to roll. So roll me your martial arts or brawling with whatever you have.
Does the martial arts give me a bonus to dodging?
No.
Well, it does.
Okay, so
that... No, wait, depends what martial art you chose. What martial art did you choose?
Let me go for his name. Shebo.
Sambo. Hold on. Martial arts, least. Cyberpunk.
I can tell you now, it doesn't.
Yeah, it doesn't. Alright. So you just roll me straight. You got to roll me straight martial
arts. Combat awareness added, right?
No. It's just your straight martial arts plus your reflex.
Yeah.
Wait, so you don't have any martial arts?
Nothing.
Nah. Alright. So just roll me your martial arts.
At base.
Yeah, your martial arts, yeah. So it's your martial arts plus your reflex. To be fair, I don't think you're going to fail this unless you get a crit fail, so...
What exactly is he doing again? Sorry.
He's walked over to punch him.
Oh, okay, well, escalate this, alright, that's fine.
Alex, you roll?
I already did, I rolled a 19 for my dodge.
Oh no, it's not dodge and escape. You roll me your straight martial arts.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so you got
okay, Shibu.
So, yeah. 18. You're still fine. So, you watch the fixer walks over it, takes a swing at you, you take an instinctive step back. But just as you take the hit, the sort of goes to hit you, you see the guy in the suit click his fingers a few times, and you see these big, very well muscled humans looking walk in.
Edward, easy.
As you're looking at him, you realise these aren't quite human. You can see behind their eyes is a metal tinge, and you know for a fact these are footballs. And they each stand at the door, and they smile at you. He's like,
Those
"Now,
are
boy."
illegal here, right?
Yeah, I don't think they care.
Oh no, I didn't. No, I didn't think they would care either way. I just wanted to be aware.
I do not. I don't make any acknowledgement to their presence. What
Okay.
I do is after the punch and him dodging, I turn to him and I say, "You stay quiet." And then I go back to the guy in the suit, and again I put my hand on his arm, and I say,
Finger guns at the camera guy. You got that on tape, right?
I've got everything on tape. Edward is recording all the time. Don't you worry.
"Yeah, I'm leaving."
Wouldn't worry about it. Be back in a minute. Just nip some food.
Wait, what are you going or
I'm leaving.
like the game?
No, I'm leaving the place. I'm going to the van.
All right.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say. I hope that would make you leave the game. I'm just trying to. I'm trying to play along with the idea that we're part of a camera crew things. And if my idea is I'm clearly the cocky guy on the production crew to make this more believable.
He doesn't. He knows you. He doesn't believe you at all.
Yeah, I think the documentary thing's been broken now after the swing.
I mean, before the swing, he knew it immediately.
Damn.
Mainly the fact that you don't hold a film crew license.
That would probably help the lie.
Kez,
Yeah.
you put that on the main chat.
Oh, never mind.
I'll just ignore that.
Can I roll my counter stealth as the master of stealth? I have literally the maximum amount of points I can have in every sneaky related skill. I am the goddamn king of stealth.
So the guy's like, "Look, I don't want you guys to fight. I just want to know why you're here. Is
I
there?
like to think that the two of us are just shadowing off.
I mean, right now there's nowhere for you to hide in this room because I mean, you sort of all sat at a wall, really. So yeah, the guards look at you and they nod as you walk through war and you walk back to the van and you take a seat.
Right.
But no, the guy's like, "So honestly, why are you here?
I'm going to flash my badge. Missing person case, sir.
Missing persons?
Indeed, a missing persons.
It's like, and who might be missing? And why are you here?"
But
Wait, can we see this guy's name tag? This guy?
No, he doesn't have a name tag on.
right. I flick my fingers. Reporter man, you've got the name, right?
Sam, are you back? No.
I didn't actually catch the name when we
Are
started
you
the game.
actually going to tell him the name then?
Oh, the name of
Rolo?
the kid. Oh,
It's Matthew.
the
Baker.
kid's name is
Sorry,
Matthew.
Barker.
Matthew Barker.
One Matthew Barker.
Matthew, you say?
Yes.
Good kid. Yeah, he
So
went
I've
missing.
heard. So I've heard.
Well, Matthew went missing a couple of days ago. He's My question is, why are you here? Who hired you?
Who hired me is not important. I am
Well-
here simply to find Matthew.
I mean, I can respect that, but at the same time, it's important to me. Government regulations completely and utterly state that if anyone, family member or otherwise goes missing, they come to the corporation straight, and then we hire a crew to search. They have not
I'm
come
back.
to the prison authorities, and they have not come to search, which means these people who have hired you need to be identified. And once you've identified them, they can probably be disciplined.
Disciplined, you say?
Oh, what I come back to? Let's.
You're coming back into the GM and baiting me into something later.
Oh. Okay.
They
I'll
will
simply
lose
say-
their
Okay,
job.
I'm going to try and intimidate this person.
Oh,
Probably
Okay.
this is a problem. So I'm going to say, look, you really don't want to know who hired me.
All right, roll intimidation.
or he rolls intimidate. Can we-
It's great stuff.
He watches his cool demeanor, sort of shudders for a second, and takes a step back, and he's like, "Fine. There's one rule here. You're not going to tell me who they are. A, you're going to sign a disclosure agreement saying you will not talk about this case, or specifically this part of the case, i.e., being part of this school, in any open documents. B, these boys," and he points at the four Borg men. He's like, "These boys will be coming with you and touring around the facility with you." Deal?
Got it.
Very
Deal.
well.
You have a deal.
All right. And he watches. He grabs his collar and he goes, "Hey, Bev. Yeah, write up print out some non-disclosure agreements, please." And he's like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6.
Wow, you surprised me. I thought you'd be like some of the last corps I met that have so many of those that they just have a cabinet full of them ready to go.
See, we're the type of people that like to save paper. Doesn't grow on trees anymore.
Yeah, if that's the case, just have it on one piece of paper and we can all sign some dotted line.
He smiles. Of course.
Sure, I'll sign.
So yeah, he nods and he goes, leads you out towards your vehicle, and the waves at the gates crew for the van to be pulled through into the parking lot, and you watch as the Fullborgs, all of the four of them, get on motorcycles and drive up behind you. So it takes about sort of 10 minutes to get up into the school's actual parking area. So you park up, and I'm guessing, what do you want to do now?
I want to immediately start doing awareness checks to see ways to possibly sneak in or other things for sneaking that we can take advantage of on later dates. Also see structural things if you need to tell us, basically weaknesses in this facility.
Okay.
Roll.
Also, how would he get out if he was the one who needed to escape? How could he theoretically be looking for a way that he could have done that?
Okay.
I'm just gonna have my news drone that's like, always hovering above, like we talked about. It's just gonna keep an eye on them and fall behind.
All right.
I got 21 to do that.
So you look at the fences, and you can see most of them are electrified. You can see a small opening bit that's sort of like plasticky wood, like plasticky metal. So you can see there's sort of like an open fence that leads out towards down a field. But bar that, it's a very sort of secure facility, electrified fences. The walls to most of the buildings are very tall, thick, and the windows are very high up. So there's not many sort of escape opportunities.
But so if there was one, even no matter how unlikely, where would it probably be?
You have no idea. So yeah, the Borgs lead you, start leading towards Matthew's bunk.
I would also can I make a human reception on the Borgs to see if through body language, if I can tell there's anywhere they don't want us to go or look.
I'll let you know.
I mean, they're full Borgs. You will not get any human perception of them. They are not human.
They're also far away and we're in a car. It's gonna be hard to figure the
Oh,
body.
do Borgs have total control over facial functions? If they do, that's really fucking cool.
What are you looking for, Alex?
Oh no, do full Borgs not have no like unconscious body movements you don't actively do?
Well, no, but they're giant hunks of metal that are controlled by a brain.
Oh, that's okay. But the way you described it before, I thought they were Geminis.
No, they're not quite Geminis. They look like Geminis, but maybe an upgraded model.
Okay, in that case, just looking around. Is there any place that just I'm just looking for things. What would I do in this facility? The big thing I'm trying to figure out is if there's a way you can smuggle books or somehow in and out. Another awareness notice.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, you don't notice anything other than what you already know.
Right.
And I think by that time we would have been brought to the place.
Anyway, yeah, so
Anyone
it
else
leads you up.
want to do anything during the walk?
Alright, so he leads you towards the building. And as you enter the building, you see, like, as you're walking up, you can see, like, numbers labeled onto each dorm. So it starts at 20, and it goes 20, 21, 22. And then eventually you get up into the 40s. So it's a very long walk. And then as you hit 44, the guy stops you and goes, shit. He starts patting himself, the Fullborg, is like, follow me. So he keeps leading you past the dorms up until it hits 50, and then he opens this door into like a large, almost like a welcome area. So sort of there's a kitchen, living room, sort of like a shared common area between all the dorms. It's a very large building, and then standing in front of a desk with a phone is a smiling young man.
The fine young man.
There's a guy, sort of like there's just a man smiling behind the.
Oh yeah, it's like, are we talking like 20s or like
Yeah,
older,
sort of
older person?
mid-20s.
Oh yeah.
Right. He looks up and smiles at everyone.
Who might you be?
Hello there.
My name's Barry. Nice to meet you all. And you are here for? And you hear the full Borg speak up. He's like, we need an access key to dorm 44.
Yeah, what he said.
Like, oh, no bother. 1 second. And he walks over and he prints out a key card and he's like, so why are you here?
Matthew Barry, have you seen him?
Matthew. Oh, Mr. Barker. Yes,
Mr.
I'm Barry.
Sorry, who is this guy that's appeared before us?
The guy that's missing. The guy in front of you is name's Barry. The kid
I
missing.
get it.
Matthew.
About Parker, yeah.
Matthew Barker's the kid that went missing.
Okay. And Barry is what, the roommate?
Oh, Barry is this man that you're standing in front of. This young 20-year-old guy who's doing sort of like.
I got the beats mixed up. Yeah.
He's like, I'm currently the director of the residence halls of this location. So, what is it you're here for?
Oh, here, sir. Where are you?
Matthew Barry. Where is he?
He's
Well, when was the last time you saw him?
Is it? Well, that's a problem. See, last time I saw Mr. Barker was 4 days ago. I was the one that phoned the police the moment. Well, the guy phoned the corporate police as soon as I noticed our young resident was missing. He went missing on Friday.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Anything unusual about his disappearance?
I mean,
the...
it's out of his behavior, but at the same time, I wouldn't put it past him. He's a very slippery child.
Won't put it past him. Why slippery? Why would he want to escape?
I don't know. I mean, he seemed like the type of kid fascinated with the booster gangers and the Russian corporations, and he's strange. He's very slippery with his language.
Does he have any friends, enemies?
I mean, his bunkmates.
Anyone
Ajar is one of his most trusted mates. Just don't see him anywhere without him.
And who would this person be?
Ajar Darren. The kids in the bunk, they call him JD.
Anyone who particularly dislikes him?
I mean, everyone's going to have enemies at this place if you're doing well. This, Matthew, he's a smart kid. And because of that,
Anyone who particularly stands out?
None to me. I'm sorry, officer. There's not much I can really. Not much I can really tell.
He may as well show us to his bunk room.
Smiles and he leads you to the room. If you ever need to contact me, he pulls out a card and he writes down a number on it. He's like,
much obliged. I'll take that.
Yeah, cool. So he hands that over, and he smiles and he walks back to the desk. He leaves the key card in your hands, and as you open the door, you see like a long, almost like an army barracks, but very sort of nice luxury-looking beds. The floors are all nice painted white, like a sort of nice clean white. The walls are a very pristine sort of sky blue, diamond blue almost color. And there's a bunch of kids just laughing and playing around. And as you open the door and you just hear, to be fair, he got what he... And then you hear, shut up. As you walk in.
I'm going to light a cigarette.
The Borg looks at you. No smoking in here.
I stub it out.
Damn straight. And he's like...
I'm going to take out my hip flask and drink.
No alcohol.
One habit or another.
Oh well, better keep the porno away.
Throws down the flask. I quit.
That we allow. Okay, so how many kids are there?
There's a group of about 9, and they all sort of just stand up and stare at you.
Fair enough. Which one is Barker's bunk?
And the kids look at you as like, who the fuck are you? I have to tell you shit. There's one kid, he's very sort of tall, almost gangly, you'd say. Stands forward. Looks kind of Kurdish. He's sort of staring at you.
You must be JD, JC, VD, what the fuck ever, I don't care.
Ajar, punk.
Ajar.
Wow, look who's got some balls.
Okay, Ajax. I heard you're Matthew Barker's best friend.
So what? Kid. Matthew didn't have any friends. He had people he used.
People he used. Yeah, you look like someone to be used by.
Oh, fuck you, bitch.
Did he bend you over?
Yeah, I'm sorry, I was editing you do thing.
He's like, I'm gonna bend you over and fuck you, silly.
I'd like to see you try.
You hear the other kids just start laughing around him.
Go
ahead. I have a question.
Wait, hold on. I'm rolling intimidate. I'm rolling intimidate for this shit.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna do. So good on you.
I'd love to see you try, you little shit. You'll be wearing your spleen as a fucking scarf. And I'd sleep like a baby.
No, you don't have to do that. What you have to do is you have to do equally juvenile bullying back. That's how you get respect to the children.
You just watch as this kid like puffs up his chest. And he's like, fuck you, you little fucking shit. Look at your jacket. What is that? Polycarbon? He laughs and the little kids laugh around. He's like, I'm not fucking scared of you.
Wait, I tried to
Walk up to the
intimidate him.
kid, I'd be like, okay, what is your jacket made of?
Just a sec.
I'm sure
Hold
I'll
on,
do
just,
great against a monoblade.
just a
Rain
sec.
machine. I'm gonna poke it.
Alex, just a sec. And you don't even realize you're doing it. It's sort of subconsciously. but you've taken a step back as this kid just fucking counter-intimidate the shit out of you.
Wait, can I go to intimidate?
You can try.
No one's got tried, but everyone's got intimidate. That's great.
Well, that was straight cool. This kid was rolling.
Alright.
It's a smooth ass.
I'm gonna roll social. I'm gonna use leadership or social in order to convince the rest of the people in the group that this guy is being a
To
pathetic
kick him
person
in.
trying to. Can you social or reform social or leadership?
The thing is, that wouldn't really work because these kids have been living together for a good 8 years, and you're just a guy that's walked into a room. You mean nothing to them.
Okay, Ajax, this is how it's going to go down. I'm going to ask questions, you're going to answer them. If you don't, well, life may get difficult for you down the line. May not. We'll see. But I can guarantee you, if it doesn't go well, I might be standing there.
He looks at the guys and he's like, "Boys, leave." And you watch as the kids start making
Hold on. Kids. Are you, this man? Are you his bitch? I'm intimidating the kids now.
The rest of the kids look up at you and he's like, "He's our alpha, just let us know."
Oh God, what are you? Some fucking MGTOWs now? So pathetic.
No.
Inability to get a girl, you gotta go for alphas. Can I make a social or leadership role?
Again, no. These kids are just like his lackeys. He's the alpha of the group. Imagine they're a
Yeah,
tribe.
I might as well destroy their self-esteem.
Guys, the man can't bow down or answer stuff with the other kids there. That's why he's asking them to leave. He can't be seen giving you information and backing down. That's why he's asking them to leave.
Okay, that makes sense.
Alright. I can't stop him from leaving anyway. I was trying to belittle him.
Alright, roll something to belittle him in front of the group.
It's still my
Can
intimidator.
I roll leadership or social for that?
Ooh.
Join him in him?
No, it wouldn't work because, again, leadership and social are two different skills that would not work. He's doing an intimidate.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would just say,
Oh,
you know, I've
I
got
use my luck to
hydrate
reroll
now.
that.
Roll me 1d10.
I said I'll use the luck to reroll that.
Alright, yeah.
Fucking hell, I'll do it again.
Jesus.
That's my last luck point. Yeah, that's better.
I would just say, you know, I have hydraulic fists, an easy way to find your mum's address.
Oh god. Was that a sexual innuendo, or were you threatening the guy's mother?
That little shit.
Hey,
Both.
I would never do that. I would systematically slowly torture her for information. Thank you very much.
Okay. So you watch as, like, two boys in the group sort of slightly giggle to themselves. The rest of them sort of stay straight-faced when you say that to the alpha. And then the alpha just shoots them, look, and these boys just shit themselves.
Oh.
They look like the weakest in the bunch, basically, is what I'm saying.
Fair enough.
What are
Um,
they training to do for corporations?
I'm going to sneeze now, hold on.
Whatever corporations do, anyway.
Yeah, they're training them.
To sit behind a desk. Anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, they've all left. So, just him and us, isn't it? And the Borgs.
well,
What are you saying?
just want to do something really quickly. And I follow
Yeah.
them.
Alright, yeah, you can follow them out, yeah.
Alright, I'll be doing that while everyone interrogates whoever.
That's not a bad idea. I like that.
Alright.
What's he doing?
Who wants to go first? Should we go for
No, well,
Beelzebub?
you go ahead and.
Alright.
Alright, Bob.
So, which one is Matthew's bunk?
He points over to bunk 8.
Right. You're coming along.
Right. So you drag Ajar across the room and he stands next to bunk. He's like, "You can get jack shit out of that bunk."
Oh, why is that? Can I roll human perception?
Witness Matthew pack a bag on Friday and he walked out the front door.
You didn't even try and stop him.
What's the point? He's a fucking hot-headed mess. I mean,
Did they let him walk on the right? They let him do this?
he did it fine. What?
Wait, the facility would let him willingly let someone leave?
He said, I don't know about the facility, but Barry sure did. Matthew used to slip him a good little bit of money here and there, and Matthew, in exchange, Barry would let Matt out for a few nights. He'd usually go out on the Friday, come back on the Saturday. Little shit.
Good
But
to
last
know.
night, on Friday night, he just packed the bag and left. There's nothing left in his desk.
Alright, we're gonna have to search anyway. Does anyone want to do the searching?
Well, you walk over to the desk and you can see there's a padlock on it.
I use Shadow Track to try to see if I could find anything I could use to maybe like backwards engineer how he left that night.
No, I wouldn't work.
That's not how Shadow Track works in the sense that you're following someone through a crowd.
Oh, okay.
Oh, padlock. Hey, Arms. I got a padlock here.
Sam, would you like to punch a padlock?
I will happily use my hydraulic fist for something fun.
You crush them. You don't have to punch everything. It's
Yeah,
finesse.
Yeah, you could actually crush it. That would do a lot more damage as well.
Alright, I ready my fist next to the padlock then, and then get ready to activate the hydraulics, basically destroy it.
Alright, roll me the crush one in your attack hub bar.
Alright, sure I'll be able to find it this time. You should probably get looking though, just in case.
Right, so if you click on your thing, your character sheet, you see where it says combat?
Yeah.
Click on combat.
Mhm.
And then you go down to partial Russian cyberarm crush and then hit roll.
Partial. Oh, okay. Alright, cool. I think it's taking a little minute.
Oh, after that, Sam, hit X and you'll see like a little box and it'll just tell you to hit OK.
Oh, okay. Oh.
Okay. So you walk over, you grip it between your two hands, and you push, and you just crush the lock in your hands. It just crumbles into small bits of metal and falls onto the floor.
I know, like a true reporter. You're welcome, man.
Right?
Oh, why did you dislike this kid?
Because he'd never do his own work. The fucker would bribe people to do work for him, hand in papers, classwork. He'd just sneak out, buy alcohol in the streets, and give it to other kids in the room to pay for sort of a way to pay for the work.
I don't know. Sounds like a real co-op to me.
Not a real
I
cool.
mean, have other people do all the work and take almost all the benefits. Rinse and repeat. Keep themselves satisfied and make sure they never realize they can get more without just removing you. Yeah, sounds like he's perfect. If he's getting straight A's.
He's like, he just stares at you. He's like, "Fuck you." He's not a corp. He's not a real corp. He's a fucker.
Oh yeah, real co-ops are lazy.
He seems far more of a corp than you. I mean, you seem to be a very good peasant working for your lord.
As you say that, he turns to you, his eyes go red, and he just swings at you.
Do I get my combat? Combat awareness bonus?
That's not how it works. Your combat awareness only adds to initiative. You just roll your martial arts.
Sorry, I meant to say combat sense, but yeah.
Oh wait, hold on. Double check. I need to double check if I need to add anything on there because he's using
bonuses to almost all combat related. Whenever doing an action in combat related.
Just a second, I need to double check if I need to add any more because he's using Thai kickboxing, and I don't know if there's any plus is to the initial attack.
Depends. I've got Thai kickboxing. What is it? Is he punched? It's +3.
Okay, so he gets a +3 to that as well.
Doesn't matter. I dodge.
Oh, sorry. I'm just gonna quickly. I rolled it on the wrong page. I have another page open. So let me just.
And if it's combat sense also, then that should be it's 29. If you would add combat sense to it.
It doesn't.
Sorry, just so you know, I'm not lying to you. There you go.
What?
Roll, by the way.
I don't see any roll.
Sorry, it's not. I'm making another game the other day called Neon Jungle, and it's gonna be set in the same place. But I was setting some stuff up there, and I forgot to switch over pages.
Oh.
Hence why also when I gave you the passcode, it was on that page as well. Sorry, the picture will send in a second. Sorry. If you
Uploaded
look,
unknown PNG. That's scary.
yeah, if you look, Neon Jungle. See. Sorry. And then that was my passcode, by the way. Either way, so that's a 24 to hit.
Fuck! I just 1 point off.
Oh.
I see 21.
Yeah, but also I get the plus the attack bonus to hit for. You
Oh,
get
do I get a combat sense thing because this is a combat related?
no,
No.
combat sense only works to your initiative.
Didn't combat sense get really out of hand last game? Though? Like the last one I did.
Yes, it really did. So yeah. And this is straight damage because armor doesn't go into just a fist punch. Anyway, wait, actually, hold on, wait. Are you armored by the way, in your face?
Yes.
Like your actual face, not your head, your face.
Yeah.
All right.
I have basically like
You take 3 points of damage.
basically a bandana and a hat.
You take 3 points of damage as he fucking lays one into your nose. You feel blood trickle down, and you watch as the Fullborgs run over and start dragging him away and you away from him.
Well, I'm glad to see that you're very good at proving points by how much you lose your temper.
I'm gonna tell Red to shut up. You just got punched by a fucking teenager. You're a fucking solo, and you disgust me.
I was fucking 1 point away from doing like a cool backflip dodge. 1 point away.
Anyway, he's like, fuck you, little punk. And you watch as the blood that he's got in his hand, he just licks it up. He's like, you disgust me.
Good tell.
My sentiments exactly, kid. My respect for you goes.
Like, thanks. He's like, look, truth is, he left on Friday. He always has an itinerary kept in his drawer. If you lift the wooden panel underneath it, you'll find it. He's like, look, just promise me you understand that I had nothing to do with this. He, like I said, he packed a bag on Friday and fucking left.
Yeah, sure.
So you watch. So you walk over, and as you push the underneath of the desk, it reveals an itinerary. At the very top of the list, it says Sister Susie's, and then it says dive bar down the street. And then it just keeps going on, naming off like different ones. You can tell maybe it's clubs, just for the Friday night, and then alcohol shops and things like that. But that's the only thing that's in the drawer. Nothing else.
Could be useful.
Okay, that's something. Can I check the mattress? Like, there might be something in there, in the pillow. Plus awareness.
Yeah, just roll your awareness.
Hold on, what was my rep? Yeah, 6. So that's 16 total. 25.
Alright. You tear the bed apart, literally just ripping, the covers off, exposing pillows. Doesn't seem to be anything else hidden in the bed. It's all gone. You pull out a small, what looks like a pocket knife from underneath the bed. That's, bar that, is nothing.
Pocket knife. Is there anything strange about this, or is it just a pocket knife?
Just a pocket knife.
Do you know anything about this knife here, Ajax?
He looks over the dogs and then looks back. He's like, I have no idea about that knife, because knives are illegal to have in the corp. They're against the rules, and none of us should have them.
Human perception.
Would you happen to have a knife?
It's like, no, I don't have a knife, and he walks over to his bed, and then he literally does exactly what you do, ripping everything off and moving. It's like, I don't have a knife. He's like, I also wouldn't know if any of my bunkmates have a knife. I'm very sorry.
Can I make a roll to see where I would hide a knife?
I mean, he's literally ripped his bed apart exactly the same way as he did, and there's nothing there.
Okay, so there is this a clever thing with the GM you had. The knife was here all along.
No, there's just literally no. He
Okay,
just.
in that case, can I make him a perception roll to see basically how much is he like? No, I don't have the illegal stuff.
It's more of no, I don't know about the illegal stuff. Not no, I have the illegal stuff.
No, I'm saying as in I mean he doesn't want us to know he has illegal stuff. I'm totally not involved. I'm a good boy officer. Or is he genuine about that?
He's genuine about not having it. He probably knew about it. It's just that he didn't tell anyone about it, which is why he's acting like he hasn't seen it.
Okay.
Yeah.
How good is the knife?
Box. Can I ask the Borg something?
Yeah, you know. What'd you ask? Kez?
Sorry, I was going to. My intention. It's a piece of shit. I'm going to stab Branson. Anyway, I'm going to ask, are we allowed to search this individual's bunk?
He just nods.
Thank you. Okay, so we're going to walk over to Ajax's bunk and start tearing shit up.
All right. Roll me awareness.
Cool.
No, nothing there. You go through exactly everything. You go to open his drawer. You can see there's no padlock on it, but he simply walks over, opens it with a key, and you give it a search. You even try and push up a bottom panel, but it doesn't budge. There's nothing there to indicate there's a hidden panel. As you search the drawers, all you see is papers and class workings, and then one peculiar thing. And from what you can tell, it's a picture of Matthew sucking Ajar's dick.
Photoshops, or is that a thing?
An actual picture, like a full-on picture, no Photoshop.
Ah, so who was your
What's your opinion on gayness?
I mean, it's a bunch of boys stuck in a room together with no access to girls.
No, I was able to figure it out that much. No, but I mean, like, is this like how we're looking at this now, or is this a bunch of Christian fundamentalists looking at this?
It's you.
Okay.
Wait, hold on. I spaced out. I'm like, I can't show this on air.
Then don't show the picture of the kid sucking another kid's dick.
Oh, that's what's going on. Okay, I definitely won't. Edward, look at me. You got clean your head.
He watches the monkey pulls out a
I
gun.
don't want to go to jail.
No,
I think I'll be keeping this picture.
Ajar's like, I would rather you not. And then he looks at you, he's like, don't tell him about that, alright?
Oh, no, don't. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, you don't want me to tell anyone. That means it was just a private thing, eh?
I mean, no, the boys knew that he used to suck my dick. It's more the fact that I don't want the corpse to know about it.
No, I mean, yeah, they clearly, I mean, if they won't let boys and girls interact with each other like human beings, clearly there's going to be a big no-no.
Okay. You just watch as he just stares at you and he's like, don't you dare talk to me or I'll slap you around like a bitch boy again.
I wish we were, god damn it, we were out of this area. I could kick his fucking ass. Damn, these Borgs behind us.
Ajar's like, well, if that's everything you want from me, I will take my leave. And he begins walking towards the door.
I still have the picture, right?
That's fine, yeah.
Cool.
You put picture indecent and then Matt plus Ajar in there. Either way. So Ajar walks out the room and we'll fly over to we'll fly over to Bob as he is tailing the small group of people.
Well, not. I mean, as soon as we get out of the room, it's. I just say, "Can I have a word, guys?" I mean, how old are these kids?
They're all sort of 16,
Okay.
maybe 15.
So with my streetwise, I'll put on a little No, they're corporate, so they wouldn't know too much streetwise.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'd just call them over. Just can I have a word?
All
I'd
right.
like to do a perception just to see who's kind of like the weakest of the.
Well, from what you can tell, it was the two boys that sort of giggled. So they were the last two as they left the room.
Oh, okay. But I'm addressing all of them anyway, and it's basically I'm going to ask them questions. What do they know about Matthew? What's the whole deal with RJ? Is it RJ?
Aja.
Aja. Jab?
Aja. Like Aja.
And just generally what they get up to, and hopefully I can get something out of all of that.
Like,
So, interview?
yeah. He's like, so when you ask, he's like, Matthew was always a slacker.
All right,
So-
but just to be clear, I'm not asking one specific person. It's like a group thing. Everybody involved. Whoever's there, they can answer.
All right. So the entire group, they're just like, you just hear people just start shouting. I was like, Matthew was a slacker. He's like, yeah, Matthew was a massive dick. I was like, yeah, Matt used to always force us to do his work. It's like, massive asshole. One kid stepped up and was like, yeah, good thing he's fucking gone then. He's like, he's just like, yeah, he packed his bag on Friday, took all his shit and left. I don't care how or why, but he's gone.
And my question there would be, are you sure? Did any of you see him pack his stuff and go?
Yeah, we were all in the room. It was about 9 o'clock just before lockdown. He threw all his stuff into his coat bag and left.
That's fine, but I mean, did anyone actually see him leave with his bag? I mean, physically leave the facility.
No, not really. I mean, we saw him walk out the door, but every sort of Friday, he would always go out, pay Barry a little bit of cash, and Barry would let him out the front gate.
And do you know where he went when Barry let him out?
He'd always go to a pub, like a place called Sister Sarah's. Sarah's? No. Sister Sarah? No, what was her name? No, I think it's Sister Sarah. I can't remember now.
And which district would this be in?
Well, it's just slightly out the court district. If you took the, sorry, 1 sec. So if you left the Cannon Ridge, if you go out through the east exit gate, it would take you into Northside, and it's just in the slight part of Northside.
Okay. The north side. Just as a final question, guys, I mean, is there anything else you noticed? Maybe the last week, anything strange going on with Matthew? Or any difference that you noticed in him at all?
I mean, he started talking a lot about Russia. We tried to stop him talking about it in public, but he didn't give a fuck. He was getting such good grades that no one could touch him.
Okay, and what specifically
am
was...
I here in the room? In this room?
No.
No, you're not.
Okay, sorry. Zoned out for a little bit.
And what exactly was he talking about Russia? Why was it so terrible for him to speak out loud?
I don't know, he just found it interesting, and he said, I mean, he wanted to travel abroad anyway, but I feel like it was some other motive. Maybe Savoy was reading about his good reports through some means and were trying to recruit him early, steal him away from Arasaka or one of those other countries.
So nothing specific, just he wanted to travel to Russia.
Maybe.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Do I need to roll human perception? Because I'm sure they're telling the truth more.
They're keeping quiet. They're being very honest with you. There's no one actually lying, but you can roll human perception, see if what you get.
No, I get
Be right back.
I get the sense that no need to roll it. And I just thank you guys, you've been very helpful.
They nod and they start walking away again.
Okay. And I head back into the room with the others.
Alright. You walk back in the group and the others sort of look at you, and you see Ajar walk out the room, and you just look over to red as he's got red blood streaming out his nose.
I'll take it in, ignore it, and kind of look over to Rolo. Is that Tomasi?
Rolo Tomasi.
Rolo Tomasi. Look over to Rolo and just, in a typical Italian shrug, just, what do you got?
Thanks. You learn anything interesting?
A few bits here and there, we can talk.
Did a Barry come into the equation?
Yeah, popped up once or twice.
Want to grill him?
Barry... Yeah, I think it could be a source of information.
I've returned.
I mean, you've already intimidated the hell out of him once, right?
No, we just gave him a light talking to. This is going to be a grilling.
This is like a proper intimidation.
Oh, yeah. We were just having a friendly conversation before.
Understand. It's per
Yes,
adolescent.
I believe Barry could be a further source of information, so
Yes, he
whenever
is.
you're ready.
Let's go back to Barry.
Right. So you watch as so you walk out of the room, and the Fullborgs close the door behind you, swipe the card, and they walk out into the main room where Barry is. He's still smiling, typing away at his computer.
I'm going to lean over and press the power button on the computer.
All right, you turn it off. He's like, that was a little annoying, and he sort of shutters for a second as he rips out his cable. It's like, it's not safe to rip someone out of that place without hitting with those safe precautions. Could have fried my brain, you dick.
Yeah, I could have. I could have done exactly that. But you lied to me.
He looks at you a little worried, and he looks back at the football. He's like, I don't know what you mean I've lied to you.
Baker, you let him out.
I don't know what you mean, sir. But if
you don't know what I mean.
Well, if you want to chat with me properly, I get off work in an hour. Maybe we could meet somewhere.
Maybe we could.
Yeah. There's a club called Sister Sarah, which we could probably hop into. I'm sure
He
you know
looks
it.
directly at you. He's like, oh. He gives you sort of a brief smile and a blush. He's like, well, if you insist, I'll see you there. And he plugs himself back in and jacks himself back up.
As long as it's okay with everyone else, it's Sister Sarah's where we meet.
It's a gay bar.
No, well, that's fine. No.
I don't
You
care.
guys gotta do what you gotta do.
Do what you gotta do.
Oh, all right. So you walk out to the van, and as everyone sort of piles back in, you see, you see Galloway look at everyone, and he gives a sort of a nervous smile, and he backs out of the parking lot and starts driving back down the hill.
Jogging back.
And as you watch as he starts driving towards North District, North Side, but he completely drives past the Sister Sarah's bar and keeps going till he hits a back alleyway. And as he reverses in, you see a big group of what you can only describe as booster gangers, followed by a lady in a suit.
Can I roll streetwise to see what kind of gang it is? Or which gang it is? I'm a cop. I can't pick.
I'm nodding.
I had to step up a second. I heard gang. Do I make my roll?
Can we all make a roll?
Ears peaked up.
Well,
I walk
you can
in the
all make
room
an
and I'm
roll.
like, okay, what's going on? Oh, gang. Apparently there's gangs now.
My calling.
everyone makes an awareness roll. Yeah.
Awareness?
I'll add
Yeah.
my bonus for gangs then.
No.
Well, it wouldn't add to. Man, I suppose it would. Okay. Okay.
Oh,
Alex, I want you to roll on D10, please. Yeah, roll me 1d10, Alex.
he did. He got a 9.
9. Alright, yeah. You watch. So you watch as behind you just get grappled by Says, and he grabs you around the neck. And you watch as this lady walks out towards you.
Dad? I'm running. Okay, back in it. Go on.
Yeah, so he grabs you.
Wait, you asked me? I thought I was making weird. I'm confused.
Simon Says.
Oh, okay. I just haven't said anything. I know someone in this gang. Okay.
I grab you.
So who's this guy I know? What's my relationship with him?
It's me. I grab you. And I have gun to your neck.
Oh, okay. I feel like before I had to leave the room to do something, I'm missing some context.
Basically, you left the place, you were driving towards the bar, but the guy who was driving for you drove past the bar into an alleyway, stopped in the alleyway, you get out of the car, you get grappled. You watch as this lady walks up to you, and she seems quite familiar.
Oh boy.
You
Everyone
recognize
can prepare to die. He's gonna do my backstory.
Oh, is she like a suicide bomber? She's running up us.
No,
Terrified.
she's like one of like the 4 people I must murder immediately if I see on.
Oh, I've got one of them. Well, enjoy your
I
rage
have
out.
4. One of
Oh.
them's a government official, one of them's a CAO, and one guy's a booster ganger, and one is this chick, I think.
You'll probably be killed
I
with one
mean,
of them. Now go. Go kill.
I mean, I'm choking you, and I have my character has a gun to your head, to your neck. What are you doing?
Can I sneakfully?
No, you've got a gun to your neck.
Huh?
You've got a gun to your neck.
I know. I was gonna say, is it possible to sneakfully get my katana, get the machete, or no?
No, I mean he's like any movement he'll probably shoot you. He'd require you to actually make an obvious movement to reach in and withdraw your machete because a machete isn't short. It's not
Right.
like
In that case, I'm just gonna be like, okay, I'm doing whatever you tell me to. I'm very confused. Currently out of character, so I'm just gonna go along with whatever you tell me to do.
Okay.
What did I get for my 25 awareness?
uh
Plus 8 powers.
okay, so from the gang, it's a booster gang. They're all wearing sort of really ripped up, shoddily looking corporate suits, and they seem like an interesting bunch. From what you can tell, they could be sort of they're basically the booster gang that you know that go by the name the Corpse.
Do I know the female that you pointed out that recognize?
You
Do I know people she could be?
you
Like,
recognize
hey, Sarah!
Well, it's not someone that you know personally. It's you recognize her because of your gang knowledge. You recognize her as the leader of the corpse.
I see.
So,
Well,
and I say to him, I'm grabbing him with the gun, and I say to him, on his ear, you do not disrespect me, bitch. And I throw him to the woman. And my sights keep on him at all times.
Can I use my athletics to kind of like do a roll and jump up to stand up, like Willy Wonka?
On you go.
I'm putting luck into this, by the way.
Okay.
21!
All right,
Did
so
I fucking Willy Wonka it?
yeah, you gracefully just
Alright, so
roll.
only 1 point of luck left? Yeah, I just fucking Willy Wonka it.
Yeah, so you stand.
Totally worth it!
The woman looks at you and she's like, "Now I hear you're disrespecting my friend. I don't appreciate that."
Is the rest
Now-
of the group here? I'm
Yeah.
still a bit confused out of character.
Well, we're all in the alley. I'm standing there thinking, what the hell's going on? But not intervening, not doing anything.
Well, out of character, Alex, what happened was I set you up. We go.
I figured that much out.
Yeah,
It's
but
just,
we went into the van, and there we are in the van, all in the back, and I gave instructions to Gallows to go to a special alley where these guys would be waiting for us. And you got out of the van ahead of me. I made it purposely so you'd get out in front of me.
okay, now I understand.
And as soon as you got out, I ambushed you.
Basically, his character traits are short-tempered and.
No, this makes sense. No, I know. Now this all makes some more sense. Now I know. Because in my head, I'm like, how the fuck did we get from assaulting a teenager about blowjobs to being shot in an alley?
Okay, so she's like, "Now you've got 3 choices," and she pulls out this really big-looking handgun and just aims it directly point blank into your head and shoves it like the barrel into your mouth. And she goes, "You've got 3 choices. 1, you take the bullet, you eat this bullet, and you don't live. 2, you start showing respect to my boy over there. Or 3, look back at option 1." And then she just starts slowly squeezing the trigger. Tick.
Obviously, she hasn't finished because I'm still here.
Yeah, she's like, make a decision, and then she just starts going tick tock.
No, I can't because they can't talk because she has a gun in my mouth.
You can nod.
Oh, in that case, they can or give like affirmative or like thumbs up or something. Or I'll give
Okay. So
some
she,
type of affirmative action that doesn't make the game end immediately.
all right. So she pulls the gun out of your mouth, smiles, and then just backhands you with it. You take a point of damage,
I can't dodge. God damn it.
and she's like, "If you ever even remotely think about disrespecting that man again, I will end you." And you watch out of the crowd a man maybe twice as big as the rest of the Booster Gang members walk out, and he's holding this heavy-looking sniper rifle. He's like, he aims at you, and he's like, "I've got you on my list." And he smiles, and then points up the gun at you and goes, bang! Doesn't actually fire, just like.
Oh no. Oh yeah. Oh this. Oh. Damn it! I don't think I'll actually get the excuse to do the cool thing this session. But god damn it, you're giving me some great setup.
And
Now all
he's
I have
like,
to do is wait for the party to disappear and it'll still all be gone for a night. And be able to dramatically show up at some point.
so he's like, "You're on my list." He smiles, does the bang, and then walks back into the crowd. And she's like, "Now you have 3 minutes to get out of my sight, or I'm going to start lacing you full of bullets."
Oh. Game's on. So I'll go the walkie thing. Whenever they're gone, I'll use my fucking fast speed to move away. But I want to take details here. So I know where I am, and I can come back more prepared.
Okay.
I guess I'll just look like a jogger to everyone else. A really fast fucking jogger who's really quickly going through all these towns and in no way surveilling them. In no way surveilling them.
Okay, so I'm guessing you're going to make your way back to the van then?
Eventually.
Yeah, I mean...
Whenever I get to the van, I'll then just start running in the general area near the van. Because I need to map out this fucking place. When am I getting there a chance?
I mean, you've just looked around, you know what it looks like, you're just going to get in the van. I mean, you rolled high for your awareness anyway, so you know what the area is, you know what it looks like, so...
Yeah, and 3 minutes was... Sorry, 3 minutes was being conservative. Yeah.
Would I be able to tell from my jog opportunities where I could parkour around sneakily?
Right, Alex, you haven't got time for that. You've got to leave. Less than 30 seconds. Get in the van.
Oh, no, I already... Oh, okay, we're going in a van? Okay, I'm confused.
She's indicating that you get back into the vehicle and leave.
Okay, I thought she was like scram and wanted me to run down an alleyway away.
Oh no, she's just saying get back in your vehicle.
Okay, I thought, from the way description is that basically, Warman's character led me down an alleyway. Okay, this makes more sense. And then I don't do all that. I just go back in the van.
Yeah. So everyone gets back in the van, I'm guessing?
I just
I've
go,
been in the band the whole
I
time.
just
so
go, I just go to Sarah, and I get near her here, and I just go, I will get you something good.
So
Thank you.
She's like, I think you know what I want, and then winks at you. She's like, call me later, and then she walks away.
Okay, I get back into the van.
All right. So you watch as the car starts up, and you just drive around the corner, sort of down a block or two, and just pure silence of the van. Everyone's sort of giving each other looks every so often. Eventually, you stop at Sister Sarah's, and van pulls up with a sort of screech, and everyone gets back out the van. And you watch this time as Galloway's smiles, sort of forcefully gets himself out of the van, and he walks into the building in front of all of you. And then as you guys enter the building, he's already gone. You can see, he's already gone.
Wait, so he disappeared in the building?
Yeah, he went into the building, yeah.
Alright, so what happened? Were we just looking at him and he just disappeared? Or did we leave and then come back?
No, you just watch.
he's a ghost.
Just speed walks into the building, basically.
Okay,
You're
I
standing
speed
outside.
walk after him?
If you want.
Terrifying.
Motherfucker, I did not spend 2/3 of my life savings to be a fucking ghost. Literally have all my skills based around sneaky, ghosting, and walking fast. Not the ghost walk when the opportunity comes to ghost walk.
Alright, so you walk into the building, and as you walk in, you go through like a
Okay,
red velvet curtain.
Shadow track time?
No. Well, right, so you walk into the building, and you look around, and you see a bunch of women dressed as nuns. And you can see these doors that are set up like confessionals, each with the door closed, and then there's green markings that the cubicles opened, red to show that some of them are.
Yeah, it's a theme-based.
Oh, I come here sometimes. Nice place. Very religious.
But you don't know this. So you remember the two of us disappeared. You are we're shadow. We're ghosts. Two of us are fucking ghosts.
You've just walked into the building. There's
But in my eyes, I'm tracking this guy.
Oh yeah, no, the old guy. He's running in there. He's in there to get some business.
Oh, I know. I'm shadow tracking him.
Yeah,
I'm gonna grab your shoulder and no.
Just let the old man have his fun. You watch as he walks into the building and walks into one of the confessional booths, closes the door, and locks it.
Okay, cool. Then in which case we'll just look around for the person we're supposed to meet, Barry.
All right.
Hold on, I'm gonna. You guys can wait
Isn't
here.
that old man the guy that we brought here to talk to?
No, the old guy was the guy that was driving.
I asked.
Then everyone else, that makes some things make a lot more sense.
Yeah.
I asked Mr. Policeman, why are we here? I got dick sucked this morning. I do not need more dick sucked.
Ah, well, I didn't know that, you see, and now that mental image will never ever leave my mind. We're here to meet Mr. Barry, I think it is.
Mm.
But before we meet Barry,
but why this place?
I don't know, he picked it. Oh, who picked it? Wait a minute, it was you.
Yeah, you picked it because it was the first thing on your missing person's itinerary list of where he was going after he left the building.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So it's a two-in-one thing. We get information from hopefully Barry, and we get information from.
Is there a bouncer standing around?
There's not visible bouncers, but you can see people wearing like nun outfits with their face covered, and they're just standing there, not sort of moving, like statues.
Hmm.
I go to just a second. I go to the owner of the establishment, to his office.
You look around, you can't quite see an office door, so you walk over to the bartender, and she's like, I'm guessing you ask her obviously where the manager. She's like, "Sorry, hon, he won't be in for another hour, I'm afraid." But she's like, "If you want, you can partake in your own confession. Just open the door, go in, and give our women a chat."
Fine.
Okay, Kaz, you wanna do something? I'll continue later.
Yeah, sure. I'm gonna walk up to a bouncer and flash my badge.
Okay, you flash your badge. They still don't move.
I need to see your boss.
They lift the mask, and you're like, "Sorry, sir, boss isn't in for another hour." And then he puts his mask back down.
Your boss's name doesn't happen to be Barry, does it?
He looks up, "Barry, that punk?" Nah.
That punk, you know him. Who is he?
Mr. Olminster comes in all the time. He's very regular.
He is he? Does he have a favourite?
Oh, sorry about that. My thingy stopped making noise and I disconnected it. I apologise.
Sorry.
Discord fucked up there.
Yeah. Does he have a favourite?
Kathy, booth number 3.
Thank you. Oh, one other thing. Matthew Barker. That name doesn't ring a bell to you, does it?
We don't keep the name of our patrons, sir. They come in, they leave.
Oh, thank you for your help anyway.
You could give
I'm
them a
gonna
description.
grab my cigarette and go to booth number 3.
So you walk into
I do a social roll to see if I can get any of the horrors here. To see if anyone's talking about Russia or chatting or trying to be a bit more personal than normal.
Ladies of pleasure, not whores.
Yeah, they're just sort of walking around. They're not
I don't
really.
know. Maybe this guy is fucking the Catcher in the Rye kid.
Nah. They're all just walking around doing their job. They're all wet. Like all of them are dressed in very conservative nun robes.
Okay, so this is not the Catcher in the Rye. Second thing. Generally, it doesn't look like a madness or someone in charge.
They're all just dressed in normal outfit. There's no one in like a cardinal robe or anything. They're just sort of all nuns.
Okay, can I roll my street deal to understand who's a person in power in this room?
All right, roll it. Okay. You look around, and the best person that you can tell to be in charge, there's one nun that's wearing the same robes as everyone else, like the same black robes, except she's got like a white streak going from the top of the head down to the back, and she's sitting in the back corner of the room.
Is she seated at a table?
Yeah, she's seated at a table.
I ask for vodka and I 2 glasses, and I go there and I approach her.
All right. So you walk over and you take a seat, and she looks at you and she's like, "Sorry, hun, I'm still not on the clock quite yet."
I said, "No, you drink with me. It's okay.
She sighs. She's
We
like,
both in similar business."
"Are we?" You dress up like a nun and get people all hot and heavy too?
Except for the nun part, yes.
Fair enough.
Say, I would like to have something with you. Is this kid, this Matthew's kid, is corporate kid. He comes where he not supposed to, and his parents very concerned and approach me to find where he be. You know something about this boy is very important to me.
She's like, "I'm sorry."
I can
mean-
do persuasion fast talk, if
Yeah,
that will help. Let me just see something.
She's like, look, truth be told, and I'm really sorry for telling you this, but we don't really keep, marks of our customers. They come in, they go into their booths, they get their business done, and they go. We quite often get these kids from up over in the Canyon Ridge Valley. They come down here and we let them in for business. But by that, I mean,
Who has the picture of the kid?
I have a photo of the kid.
Yeah, I turn to you and I say, "De Vries!" And I make a motion for you to approach the table.
I come up, just ask what's going on. I hope the conversation's going well. I hope he's treating you well, my fine woman.
I say, this is friend reporter. The photo.
If you need an interview any time, lady, just ask.
no, okay.
And I say to her, good for business, yes.
I mean, some of our business might want to be kept off camera.
Of course.
I can make that easy enough for the right.
It can blur. It can blur.
Okay.
So you give me the photo,
I hand it to you. Very careful.
and I show it to her. And this time I'm using intimidation, as I'm speaking with a soft voice, but saying, "Here, this kid." And I look at her in the eyes, and with my most killer look, I say, "Is very important."
Okay. Well, as she looks at the photo, she's like, "Oh, I recognize that kid. He was here partaking in some very interesting stuff. There's a guy in the back. Yeah, he's like, come on, I'll get you one of them to lead you into the back room. You can have a look." And then she clicks one of her fingers over, and you watch one of the nuns walks over to you, helps you up, and she's like, "Quickly, take him to the guy at the back."
I give up. I give her a nod, and I hand her a card with a number, and I say, "My number. Anything you need, you just ask."
She smiles and goes, "Of course." So she leads you into the back room.
I follow suit after I take the photo back and wish her a good day.
Yeah, I discreetly nod to the other guys to tag along if they aren't otherwise engaged.
I
I'm gonna
tag
have to,
along.
I'm gonna have to set this one out. I've got another lead.
Yeah. So we cut over to Kez as he walks into booth 3. He locks the door. You look around. There's a sort of black wall in front of you, and then to your left and right there are 2 wooden walls. And the wooden walls have like small holes in them, obviously indicating something. And then as you look up, the glass black wall basically turns into a sheet of glass, and there is a woman with a head garb on, but bikini and like an open robes showing a bikini. She's like, "What sin are you to be partaking in?"
I whisper in
debauchery.
the. As we were coming in, I confided in the rest of the team what I learned.
Okay. So yeah, Kez, when she asked you this, what did she say?
Maybe tax evasion, but I think we have some questions.
So Kez, what did you say?
Sorry, I was going to say, which are the 7 deadly sins? I'm not really Christian. I didn't really follow that kind of shit.
Oh, she's like, no, not silly. Do you want basically the way just out of the game? The way this works is you go in, they ask you what sin you want. So say you're like, I want a lap dance, or I want to fuck this person, or I want to do blah blah blah. they will oblige you.
I want to talk.
She's like,
Sin of the tongue.
Hence why I made the bad tax evasion joke.
and she's like, well, that's not this type of place, honey. And you watch someone's dick just slots through the hole next to you.
Well, enjoy.
I hope she could pick up on the joke I was making a joke.
Dinner is served. We're not there. We're not there. Kaz is there
Are
alone.
we all in this room?
No, it's just Kez.
We're all stuffed inside the confession booth.
That's what I thought. Damn
That was a
it.
good confession,
That's a way less funny mental image.
If you're all stuffed in this tiny confession room, at least one of you is on your knees getting slapped in the face by a dick right now.
Well, you know who would be getting pulled around in this position.
Oh, I'm gonna play this cool. Well, maybe not, but I can pay you back in different ways. I'm a man that can get things done. I'm pretty sure you've got a few indiscretions that you'd have to get looked over.
She's like, I bet you are a big boy, but what's your sin? Are you looking for a lap dance? Some drugs?
Why not? A lap dance.
She's like, brilliant. You watch as the door glasses over and you just watch as the dick slowly retracts back into the hole. And then watch as the glass opens up into a back room and you see once again a very sexy lady looking at you. She smiles. She's like, follow me. So she grips you by the hand and starts dragging you into a room. And then you watch, she walks into this big metal door. She taps on it 3 times, and as the door opens, you get pushed into a room full of your compatriots. And you see...
Well, this is a disappointment.
You see this very tall man holding a machete staring at you. He's like, so, I hear you guys were asking about some very peculiar things.
Wait, whose machete's cooler, me or his?
What do you mean?
Didn't you say that the guy has a machete, the guy that's talking to us?
Yeah, the guy has a machete.
Yeah, so who has a cooler machete?
Yeah, does it matter?
It doesn't, at this point it doesn't matter. So he's like, look, so I hear you're asking about some stuff you shouldn't be asking into. And he slams the machete into the table and it sticks out and he's like, I'm not very happy when people ask about my business.
I approach him immediately and go to put my hand in his arm. Relax, my friend. We are not here to compromise anything about your business. We're both in the same business. I understand.
He's like,
we're pimps now?
no.
Why did no one inform me we're being pimp adventures?
We're pushing it into new areas.
So he's like, so why are you asking about some clients that came in?
It's this kid. The parents very worried about kid. They just want kid back. We just want to know about kid. Take the kid back. We get paid, and we owe you favor.
Okay, roll me persuasion.
Persuasion fast talk. Yeah.
All right. You watch as he lets his tense body stay down. And he's like, fine. Yeah, this kid, he usually comes in every Friday. His big group of them. They came in this Friday, actually. Came in for the usual partake. Came up for some drugs and, well, let's just say he took something very experimental.
Experimental in which way?
Like, well, I have some contacts in Biotechnica, and they will slip out a new drug that they've been developing out, and he gives it to me. I sell it onto a customer. They take it, they test it, and if it's really good high, then I'll see about getting it to be mass-produced outwards.
Huh. It'd be a real shame if this was to leak to the public. This seems pretty shady.
Wait, if you have
Oh, I immediately say out loud and very angrily, and I immediately say, Nothing is getting leaked to anywhere.
Look, the people have a right to know, but fine. If you feel help, I won't
The
say a
people
thing
may want
about
to
that.
take a bullet in the back while they
Oh,
are choking.
Very well. I back down. The people do not come that
Again,
much.
I
Right?
turn to the
thing
guy.
I'm more confused about is if he's got that operation going on, what's the point of having the whorehouse?
The whorehouse is legal. The drugs, some of the drugs he's selling are legal. Not all of them are legal.
Oh wait, prostitution is legal
Yes.
here. Prostitution is
Prostitution.
illegal in most parts of the United States.
Yeah, but in Night City and in Cyberpunk realm, most drugs now up to Class A are legal, and so is prostitution. So
Oh, well, never mind
I
then.
didn't ask that question because it's dumb now.
okay. So it's like, I gave the kid something new, experimental. It was a one-use chem injector. On the side, it had A72-C.
Tell me something. Would this be bad to fall in hands of Sovoil?
I mean, I don't know. This kid was just out for a good time. Like I just like most Friday nights, him and his mates, they all turned up. They all
Yes.
got-
Parents concerned this could have Russian connection.
I mean, I have no idea about a Russian connection. I just sell them drugs.
It could be bad for you if Biotechnica learns of this, but I have your back. They never know. They will never know anything about this. We will find him and we will stop this.
I want to interject with a quick question, and that is, what exactly is A72-C? What exactly does it do?
I mean, it's experimental. I have no idea exactly what the effects were. But he took it. He got high.
Okay. My brain's ticking here.
At least they didn't pull a CIA and just start drugging random people with their new drugs. See what happens.
Yeah, that's right.
A good way to do things. Does anyone have any more questions to ask this guy?
Does he specifically did he talk? Did he have any older members with his group?
All kids his age, I'm afraid.
Okay.
No, I guess any of them born?
One kid. One kid.
Can you tell us more about this one kid?
Gangly. Could have been Asian, Middle Eastern. No idea where from.
Okay. No one else has anything to say?
I'm trying to think.
He's like, well, do you want to buy some drugs?
Maybe later. Do you got and I just bring up some basic drugs you use to make other? They say like just painkillers and things like that.
I've got meth.
No, Jodo. I mean just normal fucking painkillers.
No normal painkillers, I'm afraid. I've got stuff that will make you go numb.
Well, pain resistance could be useful for the line of work we're in. I mean, isn't it right, fellas? Good in wars.
My old dealer I used for my for those combat drugs for pain dollars, fucked off. Anyway,
Well, here's a question.
Beyond that, I guess I don't got much.
Oh,
Any other combat drugs you might have? Not specifically now, but for later.
I'm afraid not. I mainly stick to all the legal drugs.
Hey, well, since you said that the kid's got his his group of friends are out here, but didn't they say that he left solo? So he lied.
No, that means that he's part of some can I roll gangs? Are there any commie-based, commie-themed or Russian-themed gangs?
Yeah, no. I mean, there's a Russian mobster group, but they're mainly sort of 30 to 40-year-olds.
I don't think they'd be very interested in a kid.
I want to point out, I think you just kind of blanked over what Sam just said.
Sorry, Sam, what did you just say?
There you go, Sam. Sam? Hello?
He's muted. Oh, there he is.
What did he say?
Alright, so basically what he said was, and he's completely correct, he was like, didn't the kids say that he went out solo that night?
Yeah, he
But
did.
this guy just confirmed that he went out with them as a group of school kids.
Oh,
Yeah, sorry, that's my point.
Well, I inferred from that was then he left and he met up with a group of kids outside of the facility.
No, I believe they are from the facility.
They have schools. They have fucking normal schools.
Yeah, but my question to that is, how would he meet other people outside of the school if he's never allowed to leave the school bar on a Friday night? And what friends would he have?
Yeah, sorry, that was me up there. Someone came in, but yeah, that was the point I was inferring.
Yeah, so either the school children came out with him, or there's a new group of kids.
Well, I say we question the kid again, right? See if he lied, we might know fucking more.
I don't want to go back to that shit place. But
I know, I do. I.
Well, we don't need to. We're meeting Barry here. Barry's coming to us.
Oh yeah, true. Well, I would say we need to talk to him again, possibly. Tell him to do a little shit a bit more.
Oh, we definitely need to talk to that Barry.
Saying I've got a lot of patience, but I've got no patience for that little fucker.
He's like,
And neither does Edward, isn't that right? He's just sitting there crawling about.
Well, he hasn't met me yet.
So they're like, he's like, well, if you got no other business with me, if you don't mind, and he taps on the door 3 times and
Hold on. I didn't catch your name.
you don't need a name.
Yes, I do.
Well, if I'm gonna come back here for possible drugs in the future, I have friends who like to get high more. I kind of need to know who I go talk to for the drugs.
Just call me Quirk.
Well, Mr. Quirk, before you go, just here's my card. Just hold on to that if you need, if you ever want to interview, you ever want to get your story out there, just, keep me in touch.
All right. He slides into the wallet and he's like, I'll catch you soon.
Oh,
I give him my usual goodbye that you are a very good man, very good friend. You call me when you need something.
Sorry to be a bit like Columbo, but I'm not quite done. I did roll an awareness. So, what can you tell me about this guy? As in, what was he wearing? How was he armed?
Okay. So he's wearing like a wife beater white tank top and it's slightly stained. He's wearing like combat trousers, look highly armored, gold chains around his neck. He's very sort of stereotypical 90s white guy pretending to be something he's not.
Did you say wife beater tank top?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's a tank top, but
specifically
people
designed.
call them wife beaters because they're
That's fucking.
I'll send you a picture of a wife beater.
It can either be it can either be a white vest or what's the other one? There's another one, the white fishnet one.
Not 90s Eminem when you used to wear like those tank tops all the time.
Oh yeah.
Oh my
Right.
god, this is perfect. Yeah, well, that's,
This is
I
a
hope
picture
you're
of a
all-
man beating his
By
wife.
the
I'm
way,
not going to be happy
I
with
nudged
you.
into our reporter guy, and basically at some point let him know that I want to talk to him. Just the two of us. I think it may have said that he's interested in.
Just the two of us.
We can make it if we try.
Understand what I call that.
Liam, that picture
Okay.
makes me physically uncomfortable.
You should do. Sam will enjoy it more.
Why is it an Apple shirt?
Because that's what this is deep commentary on Apple's treatment of workers in the third world.
Actually,
Alright,
you should.
anyway,
you should-
um,
Oh, so I've fallen in a rabbit hole.
Does he have any cyberware? Any visible cyberware?
no visible cyberware. Well, I actually look down at his legs with like see that trousers. You can gather that he's got a cyber leg. There you go, Sam. Enjoy. Nicolas Cage.
World's sexiest
Anyway,
man.
yeah. So.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, what I know now. I'm going to hit this fool with a taser bat.
All right.
So, sorry,
Roll
what
an
are you gonna
attack. He's hitting him with a taser baton.
do? Why?
Well, he is a detective, law official. This man is a very
I guess
illegal human
if you
being.
notice he's gonna attack, I'll
I keep
join
forgetting
in with
characters like that.
my baton.
Okay.
Edward, activate your claws. My monkey gets ready to use his fucking metallic death hand. I activate my piston.
No, you don't. I am
Oh,
putting this guy out.
To knock him out, Sam. He's not killing him.
oh.
You sound so sad that he's not killing him.
Okay, I'll make
Um,
my roll for my attack now.
No,
Alright,
you don't
well,
mean-
let's see. First, roll me 1d. Alright, yeah.
Wait, me or him?
No, him. Wait, no, it's a stun roll now.
Do I need to roll? I never made a stun roll before.
Okay, so the way it works is no, I make the stun roll. It's just the same.
It's from the
as before.
taser, isn't it? It'd be a weapon, no?
So basically, right now I've got an 8 body, which means I've got to get a. Shit, what's the? Give me a second. He's awake.
Do I also get the what do you call it? Bat damage as well? Because I've essentially hit him with
roll
the
me
bat.
bad damage now. Alex, make your attack now.
So
Plus body.
so how are we going for this? Guys, we don't hit. Do you hit this guy with one less leg?
No, just roll the hit and then.
We're going.
Some
If we're
people
doing
knock
this
him out.
non-lethally, I guess I can like break his legs.
Yeah. So in that case, I'm gonna take my machete and I'm swinging for his robot arm leg. My machete.
I mean,
There's no point because well, you could actually take out the leg if you wanted to.
okay, so hit him in the head. He's got no head armor, so yeah.
Okay, I'm just saying I left. I'm not watching this. Otherwise, I would have to intervene.
I didn't see it.
What's the decrease for my target roll with my machete to his leg?
Wait, I thought you were hitting him with the stun baton first. That's
No,
what
he
you.
is a stun baton. Is that what he just did the rolls for? He did
Yeah,
how he's not
you're
knocked out, so now I'm attacking.
You're hitting him with a baton. By the way, if you chop off his cyber leg, it still counts as damage to him and may kill him. Because his cyber leg.
So baton, yeah, so I'll do the baton.
Because I want to point out, cyber legs are still attached via nerves to your body. It's like replacing your leg with another leg. You still, though you don't feel the damage, if you rip it off, it's still like severing nerves, and your body will start shocking. It won't like the way.
It should go to shock, but it shouldn't be lethal as long as it's
will
not near the
most likely-
connecting point. It
It
should
will
not
most
go
likely
out
be
though.
lethal. It will most likely be lethal. So roll me your attack.
I'm looking for the melee skill.
So you've put him into.
I'm just
Zero.
saying, Edward could take care of the situation right now. Just fucking
Ah,
flash the hole.
Okay.
Oh, fumble.
So you go to hit him, and your baton slips out your hand, and it flies and bounces against the back wall, making a wooden thud. Right, now it's time to roll initiative.
All right.
Hold on. What damage do I do?
Oh, you did the 7 damage.
It's 8 because body.
8, alright, so you get 8 damage to him, then he's in critical.
How'd you roll initiative on this?
If you go onto the first page, there should be an initiative button on your character page. There should be one that says initiative. Or is
Like
it combat?
on character?
Is it on combat or on character? I can't remember.
I don't know. It's all this new. Oh wait, never mind. I think I found it. Initiative. Yeah.
Yes, in combat.
You can open the turn tracker.
I shall do that.
I don't know if
Let me know how to
I
re-roll
don't
it.
know if it will work because we don't have any tokens.
Actually, you're right. It probably won't. It's fine. I can keep in track of it anyway.
I know we can just drag off. We can make tokens by just dragging our guys out. Like so.
Yeah.
It's fine. I got it. 1d10. Okay.
So I did that correctly then.
Yeah.
Cool.
But who? What?
So,
No,
oh shit. What was
Do I
that?
roll?
You have to select your token before
okay.
rolling.
So,
Oh, do I need to roll again?
Yeah. Roll me.
Oh, that's fair.
oh wait, there's an initiative thing in combat. Okay, I see it now.
Ah, there we go. 18. Nice.
So if you have your, do you have your token out or?
How do I get my token out?
Yeah, I haven't bothered with that. You can just keep track of
click
him.
on where it says your character. Click on their name and then just drag it in onto the page.
And then what?
Come here, David.
And then just if you click on them with the roll initiative, it should add it to the. Adding them to the turn order.
Yeah. Oh, mine's 16 now. Well, I accept it.
You can change it to your previous value.
Oh, cool. Right. Oh, yeah, you
You
can.
are-
Yeah, there you go.
Liam, you can just press Kaz's token and select with the right mouse button add turn.
Oh shit! Don't lag on me now, computer. Don't lag on me now. Calm yourself. Calm yourself. Good. There we go. Right, Kaz, what did you roll?
16.
Um, Alright. Is that everyone that wants to fight?
Looks like.
Oh, yeah, I need to roll for your monkey as well, Sam.
Ah, yes, good.
Before we start killing him, we need him alive.
Don't worry, Edward can be non-lethal. I'll just have him scratch his belly, not his throat.
Monoblades can go non-lethal by going by clean cuts on limbs, right? Because you should cauterize wounds.
No, it's not hot. It's not even. It's a thin piece of glass. No, it's a blade. Just
Okay, so don't think of the way it works in the MGS, which is by running super fast. So we would do that. Okay, so in that case, let's see. One hand could like fucking shuriken would be fucking hilarious.
Alright, throw a shuriken then.
No, digging.
Before we start rolling, does this dude have to take a stun test again? Because it's in critical.
Yeah, you're right, actually.
Wait, is the guy we're fighting in critical?
Yeah, I've hit him with a bat.
You just got,
Oh, okay, so this should be easy then. We just have to like run up and fucking trip him up.
he's conscious still.
I'm aiming for his head.
Oh, okay.
Don't do that. Please don't do that.
With a shuriken.
Yes, my shuriken.
Okay,
Ah,
roll.
yes, shurikens are known for their
Roll.
non-lethal abilities.
Yeah, but fuck you. The highest damage that they can do is 3.
He's
Double.
still in critical.
Hold on a second. That's
His head.
not, the minimum it does is 1d4.
Why? Because it's 1d3. It does 1d6 damage divided by 3.
How does it do 1d6 divided by 3? That's
I
not
don't
right.
know how it does it, but that's what the fuck he said in the book.
I think
I
it's
think the book's lying to you. Oh, let me double check my PDF and see what, because I'm pretty sure.
It doesn't seem to be in the reference book. It's only in the or maybe it is. I missed it. I only found it in the core book.
Hold on a second.
Isn't it 1d6 half?
Honestly, I have no idea.
Alright, melee. Exotics. Come on, where are you? Stun nuts. Nope. No. Alright, here we go. Shuriken. Yeah, 1d6 half. Oh wait, no. Oh no, sorry. Bow shurikens. No, that they just do 1d6 damage. Straight 1d6.
Oh. Well, in
There you
that case, I don't target his head.
Right, just make a roll to hit.
Alright, so you have to edit the damage on the sheet.
I'd rather you didn't do anything. I'm not joking here. Please don't do anything.
Okay, so you throw.
Can I take a second move to throw a second shuriken with the
Yep.
decreased difficulty?
Yeah, you can do that.
What was the result of the first one?
It pierces into his torso.
Piercing his heart, killing him dead. Well,
So roll to hit.
And in response, I'll strike again. What's the new modifier for damage? What's the new target number?
He's dead.
well,
So is that actually what happened? I hit him in the heart, making him fall dead?
Yeah, because 5 was to keep him awake. The 10 was to if he's alive. You kill him. You throw
Okay, I was
the
gonna say, my character quickly like a little hand swipe like you're throwing a card. He's like, well, I'm sure the pain. Oh fuck! Wow.
alright guys, I'll incapacitate him, fucking cut his heart in two. Oh shit! I'm just panicking.
That's it.
We just turn around and go ask you what the hell you did and you're already gone fucking running for it.
What do you mean, dude? I literally have the legs that we run at like fucking 50% faster than Olympic athletes. Silently, I should point out.
Okay.
So I am gonna be like, fuck, and I'm gonna take out my machete and in case anyone comes, I'm gonna say, okay, I'll take it's standing by the door. So if anyone comes to attack us, machete.
You will shut up and do nothing else. You just fuck this all up. You worthless piece of shit.
You hear sirens coming in the background.
Oh, I can't go to jail, I'm too
I'm
handsome.
running. It's my athletics moves to get out of here really fucking fast. I use athletics.
No, you're not moving anywhere. There's a gun pointing at your head, and that's mine.
You just murdered a man in front of a cop.
Edward, we have to go.
Edward retracts.
Oh, you two are staying. I'm not arresting you two. You two are fine.
I don't know. Sirens. Well, I guess I get a report of murder tonight.
No. It's going to be silence because.
I went to sit with the girl.
I'm actually a bit confused now. Okay, so.
Do I hear any commotion from the back?
You can hear the fighting as you'd expect to hear from the. So as you're chatting with the girl, you look at the door and you see none other than our main boy, Barry, walk in.
Can I just say I walked up with Says because
Okay. So
I turn to the girl and I say, I do not know those bitches.
Wait, doesn't the cops need to show, won't it take more than an instant for him to call the cops after I shirk his heart?
he messaged me earlier to basically said he's pagering in SWAT squad. I can show you.
Wow. So I have a question under laws. Does this count as self-defense?
No, because you attacked first.
I don't think I just self-defense. They tried to incapacitate him and then you threw a fucking shirt.
Unfortunately, it's on tape.
Wow.
It's like if a cop tried to taser a man, then when it didn't work, he just fucking stabbed him.
Just to prove
After
that
I told you not to.
So yeah, you're holding the gun to him in the back room. We'll cut over to the front room, and Bob and War, you're sitting at the table.
What would be the fuck? So the squad probably come in.
You wink and a smile. He gives you a wink and a smile, and he walks over, grabs you by the hand, and says, "Come with me." And starts leading you outside the building. Do you follow?
There's a squad team. Like no, yeah. I'm kind of hoping eventually
no,
you
this is
would
not you.
kill and do that. They have to not die.
We'll come back to you in a second. This is happening to Bob. Barry walks into the room, smiles at you, walks over, grabs you by the hand, and walks you out the door. Do you follow?
Barry takes our hand.
Takes your hand.
After a bit of paranoid, what the hell is he doing? Yeah, I thought.
He's like, "Oh, it's all right. We're just gonna have a chat. Come on." And he leads you around the back alley towards the back door of the same building.
Okay, still paranoid as fuck, but yeah.
Right. He taps on the door 3 times and then says, "Cuckoo," and the door opens, and it leads you into the same building, but like a back room. So he walks you in down the corridor. He stops at a room where with like a big heavy iron door, and you walk in as he swipes his citizen card into a door lock, and you see the door go, and this heavy metal door stops. So as you stop and look around, you realize it's a completely padded room with a bed lying there and a table in the center of the room. And so while you're observing this, you turn around just to see Barry immediately taking off his clothes.
All of his clothes.
All his clothes. He's stripping down.
Okay. I'll you say a table and a bed or something?
Yeah, there's a table and a bed.
I warned you. Gay!
I'm gonna just lean against the wall. Just stand there, one leg, let him do whatever the fuck he's gonna do right now.
Okay. Alright, well let me roll.
Point out that I am on the opposite side of the room from him right now.
He's gonna give you that boy pussy.
Okay, so he walks over to you. He's got a body of 6.
Before he even gets over to me, I'm gonna tell him he needs to stay where he is.
Okay. He's like, "Oh, are we going to do this or what?"
What we're going to do.
Can I walk into the room?
It's a big, heavy metal shut door. It's like it won't open. It's got a 10-minute timer on the room.
Okay.
So I say, what we're gonna do is have a conversation. Take a seat, and he can sit on the bed.
Okay. So he walks over nervously and sits at the bed, still naked.
Oh, what? Hold on.
Naked is good because
Oh yeah.
to hide.
I'll figure it out.
So Sam, just quickly, just so you know, basically Barry came in, grabbed Bub by the hand, dragged him out the room into the back of the corridor, out the building, down an alleyway into a back hidden room, knocks on the door, says a code. He goes in, drags him into a room and swiped a card, which is basically just a sex room, and the door's locked for 10 minutes.
Oh, okay. Guess I didn't miss too much then.
You won't be missing much either. Right. I'm going to do a quick intimidation roll.
Okay.
And it's going to be, I have questions to ask. You're going to answer them. Otherwise, nakedness will be the least of your problem. Oh, what is wrong with the twos today?
Jack. You watch as his penis grows incredible sizes as you say things forcefully to him.
So you're like, shit, okay.
Oh, that took my brain a second to process because my first thought was, oh, what are they, cyber dicks?
No.
I know, that took my brain a second to put that together.
No, brother, that's the meat sausage.
He's like, you can say whatever you want to me. Just come over here. And he just sort of, he tries to undo your trousers.
No, he doesn't, because I'm not letting him get near me.
You're running around the room, running from him. Get off!
As soon as he gets up, I will. Let me see. What do I got?
Okay.
No homo.
Yeah, I'm gonna push kick him back onto the bed. Or he'll probably enjoy that. But,
Yeah, as he falls on the bed, he turns around, exposing his butthole, and goes, "Come on, then."
in which case, I'll
Kick him in the asshole.
How close is the SWAT
I
team?
could actually do that, but he'd probably enjoy that. So, while he's bent over,
Man, fuck him up the ass.
compromised position, I will start asking my questions. And the
Okay.
questions begin with, what's his name? Matthew.
Yeah.
Right. It has come to our attention, or my attention, that you were the one who allowed Matthew access to the outside when he should not have.
Oh yeah, every Friday we always let him out. Him and his mates, they come out here, they get drunk, they give me some money. I don't care. Now you're gonna fuck me or what?
And his mates, I completely ignore what he's saying. His mates, who exactly are they?
Oh, his bunk mates. Ajar and the rest of those little fucks.
So all
They
of
all
them?
pay me €100 each. That's €1,000 a week.
Well, a good little earner for you. Tell me about something I heard or overheard. Just recently. Something about tooth fairy.
Mm-hmm.
Care to elaborate on that? Well, that's what I'd like you to tell me.
Sorry, one more time.
That's what I'd like you to tell me about tooth fairy. It may mean something, it may mean anything, but
it doesn't really mean anything to me, I'm afraid.
nothing at all. Probably just a nickname then. Okay, so probably to wrap things up.
You should definitely use a condom.
Yeah. No sexual activity, so yeah.
I am uncomfortable.
That's what you like. We need to find out where Matthew is. We need to know the last time you saw him, the last thing he took, places he might be.
I don't know where he would have gone. He always comes here immediately, and then usually hits the bar that's down the street. He's like, but last I saw him was on Friday. He paid me the €100 along with the rest of his little fuck nuggets. And then I saw them. Well, what I thought all of them return. It just turns out it was just the 9. Now, are you gonna fuck me here or what? I just spent a good bit of money on this room.
And this bar down the street. What's the name of this bar?
Sister Susie's.
A lot of sisters. Sister Susie. Okay. Maybe unrelated, but what's all this talk about Russia?
That little fuck, Matt, he would always talk about playing, flying over to Russia and for a holiday. I think it was nothing more than him wanting to actually go there on sightseeing business, but the rest of the kids would have probably taken it as him wanting to go off and join Sovoil or some shit like that. And he looked over the clock, he's like, we've got 7 minutes left. Are you going to hurry up or what?
Another question. Why did the kids hate him so much? What was it about him?
His lax nature towards everything, the way that he would always talk about Russia and other countries. The fact of the matter is that he would force them to do things whether they wanted to or not, i.e. he had Ajar suck his dick quite a lot.
And I think back to the picture. Wasn't it the other way around, the picture?
Yeah, no, that was, I remember that day. We all decided, fuck it, let's have a group suck-off. So me, him, and Ajar.
Oh my god.
Okay, so let me get this straight. Ajar is not actually the alpha male. It's actually Matthew in this situation.
Oh, Matthew was always the alpha male until he left. Now Ajar's the alpha.
It's still not adding up. here, but okay. What do you know about Biotechnia?
It's a company.
Mm-hmm. What do you know about the drugs they supply to this place?
Oh, you mean some of those experimental? I mean,
Those are
they're
the
not
ones.
quite illegal. I mean, Biotechnica, they really shouldn't be throwing them over to them, but they do. So what? Like, who actually gives a fuck?
Oh, well, I do.
Well, have it up with them.
So you know nothing about the chemicals they use, process involved.
All I know, apparently, it gets you tripping off your tits. You hallucinate, and you start spacing, and you're having a good time. It's like being on ecstasy without the energy.
And you have no idea who, and I'm talking about a name here, not name of the company, the person who supplies Club Sister.
I'm afraid I don't. You'll have to bring it up with the dealer.
Who's dead? Or is that not the guy? Okay.
I mean, he's dead. You don't quite know he's dead, though.
No, I don't quite know. So this guy is useless. I mean, can I do a human perception check just to see? Again, I know. Sorry, say that again?
Roll me human perception.
Yes. It's about freaking time.
You can tell he's maybe, with his last sentence, he's not being so truthful.
No. Okay. Hold on.
This is about the dealer. You suspect he may know more about the dealer than, you know.
I'm loath to do this, but I'm going to do persuasion. The persuasion is, you tell me what I want to know, and you'll get what you want.
Okay.
So let me see. And I bet you this roll is going to be really shit. No, cool. Funny.
He's like, all right, the dealer, his name's Lynx. He ships stuff between the Biotechnica and here. That's about as much as I know.
Is it LYNX or LINX?
LYNX.
Okay, he ships for Biotechnia?
As far as I know.
Okay. I did say you get what you want. And I walk over to him and I smack him right in the face.
All right.
Again, he'd probably enjoy it, but you know.
Okay.
Roll seduction.
Roll to hit.
Uh-oh.
Then take your damage and add that to your seduction.
Oh gosh, that's another 22.
Nice. Okay, that hits.
Can this be a knockout blow type thing?
I mean,
Stab him so hard he falls unconscious.
See how much damage you do first. So it's 1d6 damage.
Okay. 1 plus 2 from. No, it's 3 plus 3.
Yeah. You better get lucky here.
Let's hope so. 4.
You punch him in the head, and he turns back around you with blood dripping down his nose, and he's like, "So that's how you want to play it?" And he jumps on you.
Oh, shit, we need to do something.
Oh, okay.
So 27. He's overpowering you right now. He's attempting to remove your trousers.
Shit, we gotta deal with this. We're gonna have a rape on our hands, gentlemen.
Seriously, Tarantino-esque happens.
I wouldn't call that.
Shoot him in the head, down.
How far's the SWAT team?
It's a good question.
SWAT team? I thought you were bursting into the room. How long have I got?
You've got 7 minutes before this heavy metal.
Oh, hold on. That was 7 minutes before I started asking the question. It must be about 5 now.
6. You got 6.
Oh, I'm fending him off. You're on your own, right? We're like not in the room with you.
No, you're not in the room.
Yeah, alright, well.
We're locked in a Mexican stand. Well, not on a,
Okay.
well, it's not even a Mexican standoff. Someone's got a gun pointed to the head. I don't know what Warman's doing.
Oh yeah, there's shit going on over there right now.
I'm attempting a throw, so here we go.
I'm in that room right now, I forget.
So he
I'm at
pulled.
I'm at the door, just smoking and waiting for the door to open.
Everything to work over.
So he gets your trousers off.
Uh-oh.
Oh, wait, didn't I throw it back?
No, look what he got. He got a.
Oh shit! I didn't see that.
Yeah, he got a 27.
I'm so scared right now.
Yeah, not as scared as I am.
Fair point, actually. You should be more frightened than me.
He as he gets his trousers off. Where do you keep your gun?
In my hand right now.
Wait, no, honestly, are they on your was your gun on the trousers or is it in a,
No,
a
it's a
holster?
shoulder holster, which I'm pulling out now.
Okay. He's going to, as you do that, he's going to reach under the table, pull out a knife, and he's now holding it to your neck.
Oh fuck, he wants the dick.
He's like,
What are you gonna
right now you're in a very compromising position. He's like, either you let me do what I want, or I stab you in the neck.
Mm,
Don't worry, I'll avenge you.
There you go. You can die now.
What can I do? I have escaped. I'm using every trick in the book here. I'm sorry, man.
Roll me an escape.
I'm sorry.
Wait, I thought escape can only be used the dodge attacks.
I mean, technically,
You can use it to dodge grapples as well.
Yeah, and he's currently in a grapple.
Wait,
So,
you just tell me for dodge
That's
tax,
easy.
like dodging taxes.
yes, 19. Okay.
What the
That
hell
is
is a roll?
underrated to other use.
Right, let me
What a
see
roll.
if he can stop you from escaping by. He holds the grapple.
Oh no.
Sexual predator is not the word here. Fucking hell.
Yes, the powerful man.
He holds the grapple and is now inserting himself.
Uh-oh.
Huh?
The boy's got experience.
You've danced this dance before.
I'm now going to roll.
The struggle.
No, out of pity, just fire the gun. Doesn't have to hit anything. Just fire the gun.
Sad.
Now, I have to say, the struggle for him is no longer fun. It's only fun if the other one is another warrior.
So that was his endurance check. He is,
Means what?
He just shot his gun.
yeah, so you shoot. Okay, you shoot your gun while he's going at you like a jackrabbit.
I'm glad you said
I've got-
jackrabbit, no jackhammer. I don't need so much images in my head.
Okay.
True.
The perils of interrogation.
Yeah.
Yes, this is just part of the job, really. Sometimes it just happens.
Yeah, fuck it. I'm gonna fire the gun.
Okay, so you fire the gun.
This room is completely soundproof.
Oh no, it is.
Yeah, so the bullet hits against the soft white padding on the walls. It bends itself in, and you hear a metal tink.
Yeah, but it's a gunshot in a small room, so it might have deafened someone.
Actually, yeah, could do a bit of a stun, like a little bit of a...
I haven't rolled for shooting yet, have I?
Well, we're assuming that
It was a blind fire. It was just...
Anyway, you're just firing you.
Well, no, I'm not gonna fire it blindly. I'm firing it at him. I've got it.
Oh, okay, I thought it was like a desperate just fire at the
Well,
side.
no,
like...
no.
Oh shit! Before I forget, should I subtract my shuriken from my shuriken ammo?
I mean, yes.
I'm pretty sure you got a gun to your head. I don't think you can get that out of there.
Yeah. Right. So because of the angle that you're in and the way that he's holding it, plus he's got a knife to your neck.
Yeah.
I mean, I would advise you not trying to shoot him, but you know.
All right, can I at least put it close to his head and the noise deafen him or something like that, cause him to?
Yeah. Okay, you can try that. And he'd have to make a stun check.
Okay.
7.
If
So
you get free from this rapist is going to get the biggest beating.
and he shakes his head for a second, but he doesn't stop him from focusing what he's doing.
God, this man's relentless. He just can't be stopped.
I just firing the gun then.
He also, as you do that, he sticks the knife into your arm.
God damn! What did you...
This guy's inspirational. Like this is the guy that males are like, I want to be like that guy when I grow up.
You're actually right. He like just can't be stopped. He's determined.
This is not inspirational. Right, I'm going for another throw. Sorry.
Right, just let me roll the damage first. Sorry, 3d6. So he sticks his knife into your arm, doing 7 points of damage. I don't think it breaks your arm. I don't think it breaks your armor though.
No, I don't think.
Yeah. So he just it digs in a little bit and it pulls out, but it doesn't actually like hurt you. He's
But
like,
he will pull out.
right,
For real though, this man needs to stop.
1d10 plus 8 plus 3 plus 3. He's still relentlessly going.
Good God, 22. He's more enthusiastic than he was when he
The
started.
pace now.
Okay, hold on. What do I got for?
I'm very sorry this is happening to you.
No, you're not. You're enjoying this. You're enjoying this immensely.
Come on, take it like a man.
Just let it be over. I'm sure he'll last half an hour.
No,
So
then
here
you'll
we go.
kill him. He's like,
Yes!
"I only let them
Yes!
Oh,
Yes!
shit.
That's great.
Right, roll me
Did you
another d10.
Did you hear the enjoyment? Oh!
Oh, fuck.
Okay.
Do I get IP for that?
Yes, you will. So that's 42 points.
Wait, you got points. Okay, so I lost track. 44 points was done on who?
He threw 44. He rolled a 44 to throw the rapist off him. So he
Oh my
threw
God.
God,
I'm still coming to terms with the fact that you got raped.
Yeah, I'm gonna have
As he hits the wall, you watch as. Let me roll 1d10.
That's just like the same kind of adrenaline a mother gets to get the car for baby.
Yeah.
Just flung him.
Hey, quickly roll a dodge and escape, please.
Oh, something's coming at me.
It's probably him.
And dodge and escape or escape?
Escape.
Okay.
No, he's come back for a second round. He's not finished.
Something's coming at you. It's the dick.
Better stab it. Cut it.
What
Get away
did
from
You
it.
get
News.
you rolled
16's pretty good.
16. Okay. Let me check quickly what I'm looking for. Combat.
I'm so glad I'm streaming this.
Oh, so am I.
Hi,
Epic.
viewers.
You watch as he completely finishes. As he hits the wall, you watch as he comes and it flies and shoots all over.
That's actually impressive. Like, I don't mean to take away from the situation, but that's props to
Please
that,
do.
man. That is impressive.
Yeah, so he finishes all over your chest, and he lies on the floor. And goes, that was the best.
You can kill this man, and none of us will do anything. You'll go to jail for it.
I would like to. Well, I could do crime of passion.
There's 3 minutes left on the clock.
Right, I'm gonna shoot him. I have rubber bullets in there, and at 3 meters it does stun.
Okay.
Let's see. I keep forgetting what that-
Is Doomblade watching the stream, or does he just have a really good act for saying random things that are implied?
So leave the guy to me. I know two motherfuckers two crackheads who are gonna go medieval on his ass.
That hits. You said within 3 feet of him, so that's a headshot, point blank, full damage headshot, please.
Jesus, even if it was a rubber bullet, this is gonna do some damage.
Why is it a headshot?
Oh wait, you didn't say. Okay, never mind. Yeah, you didn't say headshot.
No, just shooting.
Okay,
I mean,
roll me location.
anywhere. Hold on,
But
I'd
it
like to
still
roll
just shoots you
damage
in the
first.
thingy, right?
And this is all stun.
Okay. Okay. But considering it'll be full damage because you're right next to him, so 25 damage of stun, he's going to be unconscious no matter what.
Cool.
Yeah, even if you roll a 1, you just fire your rubber bullet and it hits him. Roll me 1d10, please. Just quickly.
Let's hope I don't get a 1.
2. All right.
torso.
So you just fire point blank. So as he finishes on your torso, you think, you can't shoot him in the chest.
Rightfully so, to be honest.
So you shoot him in the chest and you watch as all the air gets shot out of his lungs as he falls unconscious.
Okay.
You were free to beat this man to death or near death. I don't have a problem with it.
Yeah,
Sorry.
well, I'm gonna get him,
No problem when it's unconscious.
I'm gonna get him arrested for sexual assault, rape.
You're
attempted
not a
rape.
cop.
Who?
He's a PI.
Yeah, I'm
Man,
a PI, but you are.
And I'm pretty sure this can count as a citizen's arrest, to be honest.
Man,
I don't know.
Royal,
Yeah.
you don't want to do that.
Yeah, I don't have to say it's me.
But he will say.
He can say what he wants, you know. My word against it.
Just
Oh, wait, how
let me
long,
take care
Johnny
of it. Let me take care of it.
Hey, cop guy, how long is our history working together?
We haven't.
How would you take care of it?
Aren't we a pre-established group of people from the intro?
No.
Yeah, you are pre-established, but you've only really worked with, like, this is the first time
we
you.
all had the same boss before, okay?
Yeah, this is the first time you've worked with Kez specifically. In the past, you've worked with the a couple of the members in the group, but this is the first time you've actually worked with the cop.
Okay. Well, yeah, I was assuming you're dirty. I mean, why the fuck else are you with us?
Either way, so we'll cut back to War. He's sitting having this chat with this lady, and he's charming the literal knickers off her. And just as she leans in to start doing some stuff to War, a group of SWAT members kick their boot through the door, and they start searching the place, sweeping. So what do you guys want to do?
So, what's in our room? I have a gun pointing at me, right?
You've got a gun at the like a gun basically point blank damage to your point blank range to your head. Yeah.
Yeah. So the question is, what is gunman saying to me?
Kez?
I'm gonna pull out some handcuffs and hand them over to
No, if you just hand them over to me, like I'll put myself in. Fair enough.
I don't trust you enough to do that.
I take off my jacket.
I'm gonna hand them to Sam.
I take off my jacket and I put my hands out to be handcuffed.
You're not moving anywhere. You're not doing anything.
Okay. Well,
Pass-
is that what
pass-
you tell me to do when I start moving? Like, okay.
No, I'm telling you not to move.
Okay.
So Sam,
Sam, handcuff
Well, I literally just, like, while the SWAT team comes in, just make sure, I don't do anything. I just put my hands up. I just say Edward to keep cool. He puts his hands up and we just stand there.
Oh, by the way, GM,
fucking-
I asked you a question in private. In case you wanted to direct a deal, I might need to know that for budgeting, unless you want to do that next session.
Is it possible for me to sneak to wherever Tulumulu went?
yeah, you can follow retrace the steps of where your good friend Tululu went.
I just turn to the girl and say, excuse me, beautiful. I have something to take care of.
there is a SWAT team like swarming the place.
That's why I said I needed to be sneaky.
Okay. So you hand her a card with your number on it, and roll me stealth to see if you can sneak around into the back.
I have enhanced hearing. Can I use that to notice if people are gonna be in my path?
Yeah, you could. That would work actually.
Oh, where the fuck is stealth?
So that would give you a +2 to your stealth.
If I can find stealth. Oh, it's here.
What
Stealth checking reflex. It should be near the very bottom.
Yeah.
What
just-
gave him the +2? I was phased out for a second.
Yeah, he's getting a +2 to his
Also,
stealth.
GM, is that a does the first thing on that list exist theoretically or no?
I mean, it does exist, but it would be so fucking expensive. Like, I'm talking thousands upon thousands of euro.
Okay, so I'm not getting all that. That for a thing that would literally only really fucking kick ass effect.
Yeah.
How about the other two things? Is that more reasonable? The other two things on the list? UV cloaking is only listed as a cyber skin, but there's nothing as far as for actual clothing in any game.
Yeah. I'm going to say that's equally as expensive. Because
that makes sense.
Alright, okay, so yeah, you quite easily just sneak around the back. You go to the back door and you can see it's wide open. And as you peek through, you can't see any SWAT members in, but you can hear the footsteps of someone running further down the alley as though they've just left and run. And then you see one of the doors open and a half-naked woman just runs out completely as fast as you can, and then followed by a group of about 6 men, also half-naked, running down the street following her. And then you walk in and you can see all doors but one is open. And it's got a timed lock on it for another 30 seconds. So you wait for 30 seconds and the door opens and you can see Talulu zipping up his trousers.
No, I'd have done that already.
Ah, right.
That's a
So
quick thing.
You just see the other guy naked on the floor, bruising on his chest. He's still extremely hard for some reason.
We all know that.
And I have a very good human perception. I have voice stress analyzer. I have a human perception chip. So I believe I would know what happened.
Yeah. I mean, you can see the jizz on his chest. So
No, that definitely wipe it off first thing.
I put my hand on your shoulder, and I say, "We never talk about this, ever. You go. I take care of stuff."
Okay. So as you do that,
Is this the victim tragedy music?
That's what I was thinking.
As he holds himself.
Is my character supposed to be
Never
crying
mind.
now?
Now realize when I asked that you're going to do a dramatic thing.
he walks over to the shower. He puts the noose around his neck.
Oh shit.
No, so the camera then slows down as Talulu walks out the room slowly. Everything slows down as says, looks at the body, sighs, and pulls out a phone. And then cuts to the room as the monkey keeps his hand up with a very scared face on. Equally, the reporter is just as frightened with the face. You see a rough cop aiming his gun directly at the back of a man's head as he's being cuffed. You see the wood of the door splinter as SWAT start running in slow motion, pointing their guns immediately at our ally. The rest of the place is freaking out. You see many of the nuns hiding under the table, bullets firing, and you watch as some members just start gunning down civvies.
Oh,
Yeah.
this will make an excellent report.
And that is where we're going to leave tonight's episode.
Cool.
Man, best session ever! This
Thank
was
you.
fucking epic!
Oh yeah, no, this is fun. Now, I'm gonna say, compared to my first character, far preferring my other goals when it comes to just, I guess I'll be a functioning member of society.
It's hard to do in D&D. It's not easy just not to go full fucking monsters.
Oh,
Yeah.
but if you join us in the sequel campaign, I am now a full-out board. He's trying to join Cuba. He's also dedicated to murdering a weird space god clown.
Oh, Space Station 13 then.
Nah, he's got nothing on Malice.
Oh god, man, you didn't meet Malice. Malice is like, Sam, imagine your character, but like doubled and painful and more psychopathic.
So not just like a sociopath, like an actual full sociopath. This is one of his
Well,
quirks.
I'm gonna just say goodbye to our viewers. Go fuck yourselves, you fucking retards.
Oh, one of them that was listening sounds